Hello, I'm Eagle. Eagle Gardens. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. And this is episode 735.5. Of course, this is Weed Nerd World. Had at least one volunteer to come hold it down. Have confidence. If you start it, they will come. Good song today. Cheers, DK. What you smoking on? Hold up. 710 GGC Weedner. What's up? Time Black. Martial artist. Right. What up? I love that. They'll probably be me in about fucking 20 minutes at the gym. The Green Fingers comes down. There. Greg, Howie. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Where's Johnny at? Johnny, can you see? Smiling. What's up, Clint Johnson? How you doing? Fucking Cottonmouth Kings. Got this hash for last time I was here in Michigan. Fucking good ass show. Big clouds. Two people are hanging in their full grievance. That's slippery, fucker. How do you get 2 fingers in?
How the hell does this work?
What?
How's there 2 of me?
There you go.
How come I see 2 of me? That's awesome.
I hate that kitty, man. I wish that shit never came up.
But I see a square of me underneath me. I'm tripping.
I know it. I don't get it either, dude. Yeah, that's what I was saying as you were coming in. There was 2 of you coming in.
That's my doppelganger.
In the end, entry.
Should I jump out and jump back in one more time? Erase both of me? Or you can pick the other one of me out? Or will that work?
On my end, there's only
okay. There it is. Okay. I was like, doppelganger. What the fuck, dude? Kitty and me. There he is. Hell yeah. We got a show going. Oh, 3 minutes.
There we go. Cheers, Tao. I can't hear him. He's not there yet. I should probably turn off music.
Cheers, Tao.
I never turned off the mute. What's up, Eagle and Green Fingers? Yo, there's a lot of crystal talk lately all over everything I've been watching lately. I think it's a sign.
You know what?
Yeah, we should throw all of them away now.
What was that, like 2 years ago when we even if it were like just for conversation's sake, talked about it, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No? Yeah? Am I crazy in saying that?
No. But crystals.
Yeah. All right, you guys got this or what? Who wants the helm?
Give it to Green Fingers. I'm gonna be working over here, but I'm here.
All right.
I'm down, but
Green Fingers, basically about the only thing you really need to worry about
watching
the host on the phone is keep it to the gallery view, because if you switch it to single screen, that's what they see. So if you keep your phone to the multi-screen, even though you may not be able to see everybody, at least YouTube will see the panel. Other than that, you got the power to let them in, kick them out, all that good shit.
All right.
All right.
Good deal.
I will be back, or I may join that. Hell, maybe I'll fucking fire up the phone and throw it where the gym. Just make fun of me while I work out. I don't know. Maybe.
All right, Arnold Schwarzenegger, get to the gym.
Yeah, yeah. Just get into the gym. That's all I want. All right, later, guys.
I want to see you pumping weights in a couple minutes. Fucking
Green figures. That's for you. Hold on. Huh? There you go.
Natty, all natural. Let me turn off my dim sum real quick. I'll be right 2 seconds. I want to burn my food. Okay, I'm right back. Cheers, everybody. I can't read chat, so go fuck yourselves. Just kidding.
Oh, well, that's no good, Green Fingers. What is he leaving it up to me?
Yep.
All
we
right,
need one more person from the chat too to jump in here with us, so we can have an extra dynamic duo trio. So we could have somebody that reads the chat without worrying about it. Let's do it. What are you doing today? How was your day?
My day's good. I'm sifting some Earthworm castings, and I'm also not sifting some. I'm just dragging some off the top. Yeah, I think dragging just some of that off the top is like, you know how they say add vermicompost and regular compost? Well, the stuff that's not totally vermicompost is what I consider like regular compost almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, because that's why I started doing it. I was just not sifting my earthworm castings and putting them in my containers. And then I sifted them once and I realized there's a big difference. There's a lot of chunkiness that comes through like at the top. And I just throw back in the bottom of the next earthworm casting bin that I'm going to use, you know, and then by the time I get to it again, eventually it'll be really broken down into nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm a big believer now in the earthworm castings more than ever.
I use vermicompost. I don't fuck with the worms, but I use compost. So
right, you get
same
that
shit.
works.
Yeah, I get not as good, but I get some of the benefits that you're getting. Yeah, those bags are expensive as fuck too. These bags of vermicompost ain't fucking cheapest shit around. So
yeah, I'm telling you, just get some
expensive.
fucking worms. Let them do the work.
Right, just do the work yourself. Just buy the bag and fucking get it in. Buy a bag, throw it, make a bin, do whatever you gotta do. Handful in each pot. It's not that hard. People think it's fucking so difficult to just add biology or life to your pots indoors, but like outdoors is so easy. Indoors is just as easy. Just people are afraid to have worms on the floor sometimes.
Well, knock on wood. So far, I have them in my I don't have them in my kitchen or anything, but I have them in the basement of my house, and I got them in the big black tub with the yellow top. I've never had them escape. I had them die on the inside from. I was convinced it was because the red orb mites took over, dude, and but I think I was feeding them too quick and freaking keeping it too wet. But yeah, so I had it dead, the whole dead one. I had to buy more worms, and I'm back on track now though. But yeah, fresh is always better.
Yeah,
Just like anything, like fresh fucking food, fresh bread, fresh cookies.
Yeah,
fresh fucking earthworm casting, baby.
Yeah, it's fucking the key to life is fresh ingredients, you know, to everything. The fresher, the better. The more nutrient dense the food will be, or the whatever you're using will be.
All right, shout out to Southern Grower, Ned Denver, Rowdy 420, Ryan Korkowski is going to be on the show this Friday. Let's see who else is in here. Trisha David Dow,
Shout out.
Think of his kind. Greg 77, Homestead Living.
I didn't even see who that was. I just pressed it.
Uh-oh, it says Mike can't. Oh, I won't say his last name. I bet you it's 420 sneaking in.
Yeah, I said I don't know what I did. I just pressed it at the same time as it said something, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Uh-oh. Let's see who it is. An unknown.
Good.
Yeah, you got your real name up, Mike. No, he's faking it.
I don't know why it's been doing that lately, man. It fucking Eagle usually changes that for me. I'm not sure why it's
shit.
You could change it yourself. I don't know.
I just did.
There you go.
You should be able to. There you go.
Whatever, y'all come find me.
Come find me.
Okay.
The smoke went down. Okay.
Cheers.
Dude, I thought you.
Can't imagine there's people hating like that anyway. I don't know.
I thought your God-given name was Smiley. Shit.
Dang. Sorry to let you down, Phil.
Damn.
You know, my cousin's name is really Smiley. Like, well, he passed away, but like, rest in peace. But his name was really Smiley. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Right off the womb.
Smitty.
I got leaf hoppers right there. Holy shit.
Yeah, it suckered me in. I was all ready to crash out, and we like started talking soil biology and worm castings and shit.
These are my boxes.
Fuck yeah. That's a lot of work, isn't it, Tal? Like getting sorting them.
Yeah, but it's worth it. Totally.
No, it totally is. I agree with you. I've been kind of blown away too by the I don't know, the power of a quality compost. There you go.
Yeah, I'm a believer, and I'm adding less. Like that one time, I know I told you guys, I top dressed that one plant like a while back now, and it funked it up, and I'm like, fuck, man, I ain't adding nothing. I'm just gonna let it all go to Earthworm castings, and I've been like filling my containers with. I'm trying to like hit half of it being Earthworm castings in every pot, and the plants are happier than ever. Knock on wood.
So you just use the light to get the worms to go to the bottom, and
yeah, and then I push them all. Well, and I also try and keep at least half of whatever the bin is, so that it like that they could go into the safe zone, and then the other half I'll put like fresh peat moss and whatever I got, cannabis leaves. I really like chopping up cantaloupe and throwing in there, but like I'm saying, I'm really cutting down a lot on the additives. But what was I getting at? Yeah, so I push a lot of it to one side, and the light, and as it dries too, because now it's dry where I'm at. And like it's wintertime, it's nice and dry. Then worms start going deep, and then I just scrape it off the top, and then I put it through the sifter. And then I've been collecting like the stuff that doesn't sift through. I've just been putting it in a container, and then like I said, I have two big fucking earthworm bins, but I had two little ones and one big one, and I dumped the two little ones into the one big one on half, and that's when I'm like taking half of that out and sifting some of it, and then I'm gonna put some, like I'm saying, unsifted into a.
What screen are you sifting it with? Like what size screen, I should say?
It's only 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch.
So that was what I think. I think I took out a lot of cocoons. Because I think, yeah.
They'll leave you a little more of those in it.
So that's what I'm saying. I want to leave like at least half of the whole mass that I'm pulling from, so that not only are there enough worms, like, and if I ever come across worms, I just throw them back in. But then hopefully there's still the cocoons and plenty of it to keep going. But I do believe that having like two little ones was good too, because they had like, there was 3 areas before this that they could all like grow and multiply in, and now there's only 2. But
I was gonna say Wormies does 2 separations, and it might be an 1/8 inch and a 1/4 inch. Now that I'm thinking.
Yeah, there's a real skinnier one than I have. I know that for sure. Yeah.
To think is like the traditional, like that's your vermicompost. But let's consider that, because they always call their larger screening the vermi malt. Then it's got a lot more like, because they use arborist chips and stuff, so like wood chips.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of that in there, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like half
There's a,
wood chips.
there's a lot more wood chips in, or not really wood chips, but bigger material in peat moss than one might think. But there definitely is some little twigs and
all the worm sacks or whatever. I get all those. I get all the fucking rove beetles, all kinds of shit. Mites.
But yeah, those red orb mites took over my bin that time. Was part of the problem, I know, because there was just so many of them. But then I just like when that one died, I just let it dry out. All those all those things died off. Or I think they did. And yeah, I didn't like add it back into the new. I started fresh so that there wouldn't be an overpopulation of those fuckers.
Yeah. You know, the 8 screen is too small, the hand screen through. Mine's usually a quarter too. They got that big wheel though. Sorry, I was reading Southern Grunts in chat. He's talking about a 1/4 inch LEDs too, but it's hard to get through there, man. You sit there forever trying to hand scrape it through it. Too small of a screen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I made my own makeshift sifter. Let me see if I can work it, and you guys, I'll show you what I. This is it right here.
You just shake
do that, and then like yeah, you can see the stuff that's left over is ends up being like pretty fucking chunky.
Then you just dump it back in the bin and
well, like yeah, I just put it off into a bucket over here, and then when I'm going to start, or if like I take out half a bin, I'll put that in the very bottom, knowing that it's pretty chunky still, and it needs like, and then sometimes some of it, if there's like cannabis stems, like I was saying, I could feel if they're like spongy, I'll throw them right into the soil that I'm going to end up using. And I did throw some of these chunks right into the soil too, because they're wet. They're like little sponges, some of them, but some of them are obviously like hard wood, which I don't want to have too much hardwood in there. So yeah, that's what I've been doing in the past.
That's great though. Fuck, mine don't work that good.
Well, like I'm saying, it's only a 1/4 inch. Shit, it's pretty. That's probably was part of my problem with the. Well, I don't know, but I'm worried about losing cocoons. I really am. So I'm trying not to take too much all at one time.
Say more, you know what I mean?
But I would say, dudes, this is my best maneuver ever of growing weed. Getting this earthworm thing going. Yeah.
How long has that been going?
I don't know. I've been doing it for like, I guess, maybe it was before Eagle started the show, I guess. But like I said, I had the one dead spin, so I had to start over. This one's only like maybe a year, maybe 6 months, a year. I don't even know. Time's been going by. I'm lost in my own world over here now.
I've killed mine a couple times too. It happens.
But I never had them like crawl out and try. Like I didn't come home to them all dead on the floor. That would like be a bug out.
Yeah, no, I haven't either.
But
they get up on the sides of the earth boxes and shit.
Okay, yeah.
Flip
I never even really saw that. Once I did. Once I seen them all crawling up the sides of the bin, and I don't know how I fixed it. I must just, I don't even know, but I sprayed them with water back down, and then I think I left the top off or something so that the light would, yeah, I think I had the top on it at that time. So the light wasn't scaring them away so they could crawl up.
There you go. Worms, man. It's fucking magical shit. Literally.
Yeah, and if you put mostly vegetation or plant material into your earthworm bin, like how they always talk about ratios? Well, that's the ratios that made the plant, the nutrients that made that are going to be, in my eyes, at least close to the ratios that will be needed for Most of the shit I put in is the greens are cannabis leaves. I put in cantaloupes. We had a killer freaking eggplant crop in the little garden, so a whole bunch of those have rotted away. I'm putting those in here before they rot away totally. I'm putting them in here, and that seems to be work. But yeah, like Josh Stiesland was preaching the time, he's going to try not to add anything, just put back what because like if the plant grew there and you put everything of the plant back into that container, then it has all the nutrients that made that plant except for the buds you took out. And that's why I'm like, yeah, let me throw cantaloupe in there and other, maybe phosphorus and potassium. Bananas, yeah. Bananas and cantaloupes is basically what I put in there, and peat moss. And then I'll throw in, dude, if you guys didn't know, chicken starter, it's called, what is it called?
Chicken starter?
Starter crumble. Is that what it is?
That's the calcium carbonate or whatever?
No, it's chicken food for like baby chickens.
Right.
I learned it from two guys. You could just put it on, if you put it on top and have a layer of weed block. The one guy I watch has a layer of weed block on the top. He doesn't have no lids on his containers. And he grows wheatgrass in like not cookie sheets, but really shallow pans. He grows wheatgrass. He just flips the whole thing over, grass down, and sprinkles that chicken crumble. It's called starter crumble from like, the farm store or whatever. And it's true. You could throw it on there. That's when you know if they're done eating. When that shit disappears, you know that you could add more stuff too. And it's organic. Whatever I got was organic.
Microgreens, like he does like a tray of microgreens. And
yeah, yep. Trays of microgreens. He just flips them over, roots up, and then he puts the weed block shit on top. And then when he peels it off, you can see there's tons of worms eating up on that shit.
Yeah, no shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like Wormies does a thermal compost, and then they feed that kind of to their worms. So it's not,
right.
I don't think it's ever like really raw food or anything, like not raw food, but like, scraps. They compost the scraps with the arborist chips, and then once that's through his thermal cycle, then they go into the worm.
So that thermal cycle, do they let all the biology die off, or do they like turn it like people say that preach that you should? Do you know?
When I seen it, they had a couple different ways. They actually have one of their systems was like actively aerated. So, and then they have a tracker, so they do turn it and they monitor temps and all that. But they got these cool little bins. They can remove the sides and fucking tractor the shit and put the sides back around and fill it back in. It's well thought out. Anyway.
Yeah.
They recently, the one I seen, they were fucking around with having actually like an air pumping air into the center of the pile kind of thing and shit. So when the temp got too hot, they turned the fan on and blows air in there and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
Now it's gonna be bigger scale, I'd imagine. They got like 12 acres now or something. Be interesting to see what kind of piles they can get going there.
But yeah, have you saw him talking about that, right? Josh Stiesland saying how he's just gonna try and add nothing other than the plants themselves back in. It makes sense to me.
Well, if it makes sense to you, Tao, then
that's all that counts, right?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck everybody else's opinion. Go fuck off.
Right? Exactly.
That's right. But
do that.
If they were healthy plants, now if they were unhealthy plants, that wouldn't be good enough then, right? If they're really healthy plants, and you put all the leaves, all the stems, and leave the roots in the bed, that'll be enough to make all the leaves and all the stems of the next plant. But you took the buds away, so that's why I think you got to add a little something back.
All right.
Well, there is definitely, the law of return, but I don't think that law was ever 100%. You know what I'm saying? It was always like, I thought the law of return was like maintaining it at like 40 or 50% or something like that. So if you're never exceeding that, then it should be, theoretically, if you were good to start or whatever. But so it's really interesting though too, like the higher levels of the soil food web, and like just the thought that we were like, oh, I put this in there, so it's in there, is not necessarily what I've been finding to be the case. And like takes,
Well,
it's
in there. It just might not be available, right?
Well, it's harder to do than what. I mean, there's a couple ways to think of it though. Like, are you looking at what's in solution, or are you looking at like how do you focus on what the biology or what the role the biology is playing in that system if you're trying to balance the soluble paste on it and what's in solution? You know what I mean? The biology is kind of what's going to be putting things in solution. Is the way I grabbed it, I guess. My understanding.
Right. That actually makes sense. But if the earthworms rip it apart down to pretty much, it's, it's very easily available, and yeah, if the cantaloupe I throw in there, all of a sudden all the seeds sprout from that cantaloupe. I know it's not too hot for shit, and I know it's good. I know it's not too hot for shit, so I could add a shit ton. And if all that else is in there was peat moss and all of my cannabis garbage, it's going to be all pretty much ready for the plant when it needs it, I would think. That's my thinking anyway. But I add a little bit of kelp meal to the earthworm bin. Like I'm saying, that starter crumble stuff. Cantaloupe and bananas.
So you try to build your nutrients into the castings?
Yeah, and just use the castings only as any additives. Because when I went to add other shit, I fucked up my plant. When I added what do I have? I had some Dr. Earth. It's all organic and it's whatchamacallit, but whatever it did, it fucked up my shit. But earthworms never fucked up my shit. I mean, earthworm castings never fucked up my shit.
It shouldn't if they're done right. Because if it's too hot, the worms aren't going to be in it. You know what I mean? If the worms are living in it, it should be pretty
right. Good. That makes sense too. Yep.
They'll avoid. I've seen that. That's how I killed the ones. Is I added
too much green, fresh.
Oh no, it's the fucking when they brew beer. I'm trying to think the malt, the wasted malt that they had.
Okay.
I hooked up with a bag full of that, so I had it was actually way the fuck more than what I needed, but it was still wet, and you could smell it too. And I was like, I was kind of 50-50 on it, and then it started leaking all over my basement floor, and that's where my worm bin is. So I was like, well, fuck it, and I threw a few handfuls in, but I didn't realize that if you're going to use that, you actually have to treat it before you go to the worms with it. So that, because it was active in making alcohol, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Biology's still all active there. They don't really do anything but fucking pull it out, you know?
Right, change the sugar to alcohol, and that's no good.
Squeeze it out or whatever, and fucking. But yeah, once you start moving it around, it starts fucking doing its thing again. So you got almost kind of rinse some of the alcohol out of it, and
right.
Kind of prep it before it goes to the worms.
And yeah, that's what I was when I was dumping out the two little ones that I was saying into this one big earthworm bin that I'm making. That's what I'm going to do with my one of those other little ones. Put the peat moss and the cannabis leaves in there to deteriorate on their own first. Because like you're saying, I remember when I first started fucking with the earthworms, I put in a ton of fresh cannabis leaves, and it was hot. I stuck my hand in there, and that section that I put all those cannabis leaves in was literally hot. So it was it was going thermal. It was going thermal, but I just didn't realize it. And I think that would do bad if you didn't. See, that's another thing. My bin's big enough, so half of it could be funky for the worms, but as long as there's that good half, they could go retreat in there and hang out until the other side gets good. Is my experience and what I've been,
Volume matters for
yeah. Keep them
dig
going.
it, man. Dig it.
Life's a garden. Dig it, man. Dig it.
Are you gonna start using your spiders for frass collection, green fingers? Spider frass.
Spider what?
Spider frass. They got a shit, right? Spiders.
Ow, I just poked myself with my poker. Holy shit. Spider crafts?
Frass.
They're poops.
Frass.
They're
Oh
poops.
my god. No, that's I got these bugs flying from the sky. I don't know what they are. They're half aquatic. They fly halfway, but then they have these wings. And they're like little arms. But they hit the water. My little kiddie pool out there, and they start swimming. So like, thousands of them dead outside my door. Handfuls. I can show you guys. Fucking handfuls of these insects that are dead. So I got all the insect frass. Fucking shit.
Oh yeah. Throw that on the top of the soil.
They're all living still. Probably more than likely. I swept half of them up right here.
It's homemade insect frass right there, boy.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Dang. What are they?
These little aquatic fucking insects that fly. They fly and they swim. I'll show you them swimming if you can see it. Let me get the light. Somewhere around here. Right here. I see the kiddie pool. And they're not fucking.
You're not growing them?
No, they just land here. So like here, I'll show you a better example of them without them being. So there's a couple of them stuck right here. They should be flapping their little wings. Let me see.
Do the spiders get to eat them?
Yeah. See, there's these little fucking itty bitty one on his back right here. Better. See, there's his wings and it's got these little flappers. And they're aquatic. Oh, there's one actually moving. This one, that one. See the little flappers?
The little flappers.
Those little flappy things hanging out.
Oh yeah, I see them now. I pinned you though. No one else could see but me.
Yeah.
They look like oars coming out of a canoe.
Oh, there's one moving. Flapping around.
Yo, if Bill Gates gets his way, that's what's going to be for dinner.
Yeah, but they're in both these pools that I put the water in so I could
let it on my farm, and that's why Green Fingers is starting to grow them already. He's trying to harvest these bugs. Bill Gates. Why do you have pools of water chilling? So
they could let the chlorine leave the fucking water. Put it out like a day before. So it's water with the less chlorine in the water. Let it off gas. That's all I do. Kiddie pools. Shit, just reconnected. I got bullshit in here. Go in there now. I have to turn the fans down.
Get fired up. Let's get it going. Why are the lights on? Oh, you got some in there.
What was that? Let me turn down the fan. I can't hear shit.
I didn't see the plants he had going. I was like wondering why the lights were on. Cover that soil. What the fuck? I'm just fucking. He can't hear me anyway, I guess. Little babies.
He froze up.
He's got some.
Oh yeah, he's got some shit going now. Good work, Green Fingers.
SFVOG. And then gelato.
41. Oh shit.
Some of Bud's beans right here. The banana god cross, or the Mendo cross banana god, however it goes.
You started with autos too? Didn't you have some autos or something?
Oh, he didn't send no autos for me. So not yet. Not that he said he would, but I don't know. Fucking hot in my room. I didn't turn my fan back on. Shit. See the temperature. I don't got much going in the room. Let all the aloe vera, if you don't give it light, it all turns to mush. I did learn that. No light, the aloe vera literally turns to fucking mush. Watch. Like fucking, just literally just like all the fucking, I squeezed it all over everything, every last one. I had 3 big aloe veras right there, and I squeezed it everywhere, all over, and watered it all
You
in.
need light for sure.
And it just literally turned to mush. No light.
I got some that are kind of doing that, just sitting off in the corner and not getting like enough light, you know. So I gotta kind of move them around to where they get a little better lighting.
Yeah,
I just brought in some aloe vera from outside because it's getting like close to freezing, and I ripped it apart, all the pups, and transplanted them into a different container. And
one living, a little pup living.
A lot of them.
Thousands of aloe vera in the front yard.
There's a thing in for me.
Did I press it? Yeah, okay. Wasn't sure if I hit it on that. Oh shit. Hit my arm hard. Cheers, cheers.
hello,
We can't hear you.
you're on mute.
She's not on mute. She's got.
Oh, she's got.
on mute.
I know.
No,
Now she's on mute. Something's not working. We still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Hold on. I'm setting you guys down so I don't drop my. Oh no, you can't see. Okay. Hold on. Let me unplug. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You got a worm bin?
Wait. Why is that? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on? Where's my stuff? Hold on. I'm trying to. Okay. I think no.
We can hear you.
I know, but I can't. My headphones are not working. Oh well. I guess I don't need them.
Oh,
I'll turn them off. Because everyone's asleep.
I'm kind of stoned.
But I'm awake. I'll go in the bed. Wait.
Cheers.
But yeah, the bagged worm castings don't seem to be the same. I don't know if you noticed that the American one, like buying a bag at the grocery.
Yeah, now I haven't bought them in so long, but I do remember buying them, and I guess each time was different because, like, I have no constant, like, good place to go. So they were like, if they were old, they were drier. If they were got rained on, they were like muddy. But I know like you guys have that Terra Nova, whatever. You guys like over in hippie world on the West Coast, there's a bunch of earthworm farms. Like here, it ain't like that. It's not so easy sourcing a lot of good stuff here.
For sure. I would think New York's got a bunch of agricultural, don't it?
Yeah, but they're like upstate New York. Like when I was looking for basalt rock or stuff,
Yeah.
you know, it's up. Yeah.
You gotta drive and get it.
I would have to drive like 6-7 hours at the places where they have the stuff that I want, really.
Yeah, so
I guess there's a couple of hydro stores. I mean, like that's where I got mine at the hydro store, but it wasn't no quality. It was, you know, garbage, wiggle, worm, whatever bullshit. It wasn't like this stuff, like I'm making myself. That's for sure.
I seen he's got his living room. We covered so.
So what are you smoking?
Just some of my our friend dropped off. I'm not sure what it's called. It was before I went to work, so I didn't even get to puff on it before I went to work. But so last night at work was crazy.
Tell us all about it.
Oh, so I work at Walmart in Home Lake, and this guy pulls up. I'm sitting there and I'm waiting to switch to get back on being a cashier. And this guy comes up in Amigo and he's like, or one of those cart things. And he's all, I should just steal this stuff. No one's paying attention. So I called up for management, you know, because he wanted to speak to a manager. So I'm like, all right, you do this to yourself. So I called up for a manager. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's up there and he's like being rude and yelling and just, I guess he was screaming at a bunch of people. Well, the police came, nevertheless, and he got arrested. And I'm sitting there watching this in my line, and I'm like, are you serious? You know, I'm like, I was having a good day up till that point. And his pants fell down like 5 times.
Wait, what? His pants fell down?
Yeah, because he needed a belt, and that's what he came here to buy. But I don't know what was wrong with him or what he was on, but it was a little wild.
It was a little show for you.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I looked away, thank goodness, at the time, because someone else saw some stuff that it sounded not very pleasant. So, yeah, it was just wild. I was just like, and today it was pretty mellow. I was perfectly happy with the mellow day after that. I was just like, what is wrong with people?
I would think even a mellow day at a lot of Walmarts is pretty crazy, right? You ever see like the people of Walmart, pictures and stuff?
Yes.
There's some funny shit in that shit, man. Shit going on in the Walmarts.
I don't know. It's the job, but I know I like it because I came back the next day. Well, I worked midnights at a gas station, and I've never seen that. And I'm like, wow. I thought I've seen pretty much.
Giddy up, I saw that.
I wonder if that's going to be on.
Really, all the cool. Look at that shit.
Yo, Smiley. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just laughing. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's tasty. And I was fascinated with it. I can't wait to grow my own, but I want to get on a property where there's no chemicals, and I won't grow on this property because it's got chemicals all over it. Because I'm on a golf course, and I know they use chemicals on it, so I'll wait. And there's not really space to grow inside, so. But I do like making my own products out of organic stuff, so that's fun. So I'm sure I'll enjoy growing too. And then I'll feel, I don't know, I know that it'll make me feel a little bit more complete with my products. But I came up with the name for my stoner products.
Go ahead.
Stone Beauty line. Like Stone Beauties, and then it's not your mama's cosmetics or something like that. Because I did put it in my shampoo, RSO, and that was pretty cool. It's a little sticky yet, but I'm still working on that.
Wait. You put RSO in the shampoo?
The shampoo I made, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sweet.
Body scrub. It's like a body scrub. Yeah.
Okay.
It was very work that day. I was like, whoa. Well, I knew when you I put CBD in my deodorant. I put the RSO in my deodorant too, and that was nice. So I put it in my deodorant. It was already in my detoxifying pit balm, and now I put it in my shampoo and my other one. Yeah, body wash. So I'm pretty much covered. Plus, I eat it all the time. So. Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder you're smiling so much. I mean, that would make sense.
Well, it's healing me from the inside, and I'm like covered with it. So I'm like pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
When I
never thought I would create such cool stuff with it, you know, besides just cookies and brownies and, you know, stuff like that.
You should probably infuse coconut oil for some of those products. Not, are you making RSO with alcohol?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'll have to ask him.
Okay, all right. I got it.
Yeah, but he double filters it. So that's cool. I like how it's double filtered. So it's.
Yeah, because when I make my cannabis infused oil, every once in a while I just slather that shit all over, man. Yeah, let my skin absorb that shit.
Yes, because it only takes 20 seconds for your skin to absorb it, I think.
Well, I don't know, but
and that's the reason I started making all my products myself, because I made my own laundry detergent. I didn't put the RSO, obviously, laundry detergent, but I made laundry detergent stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. Well, I don't think that would benefit.
It wouldn't hurt, but it wouldn't benefit nobody, right? But you know, all the chemicals, the laundry detergent and soap for our bodies and shampoo, it's all deadly, man. People don't even know what they're doing to themselves, and I'm still doing it to myself. What the fuck are you eating, Screen Fingers?
I know. I still smoke cigarettes, but I did detach myself from pop in March.
Oh yeah, dude, pop is no good.
Yeah, so I feel much better about that. But I'm trying to eat more for my blood type, because eating for your blood type is surprisingly important. Which it makes sense. Some of the stuff I was allergic to because I didn't like them, or the texture didn't sit right with me, you know. So.
You know, I was just talking about this with someone else. If you eat food and you feel good 2-3 hours later, then you know that food was good for you. If you eat food and 2 or 3 hours later you feel like freaking lethargic, lazy, and not good, then you know you shouldn't eat that shit no more, like Burger King, McDonald's, or fucking Taco Bell.
Right, but you don't know what's in the meat.
Yeah, but still, I feel like garbage after I got Burger King like whatever 6 months ago. The kid talked me into it. I felt like shit. But Green Fingers never told us what that is. It's black shit in a white shell. What the fuck is it?
I don't know what it's called.
It's not an empanada.
No, it's from the Japanese place. So it's like a dough on the outside, like Nutella. I mean, it's supposed to be meat, and it's not.
I thought it was a dessert.
Yeah, this is dessert one.
Okay.
And I wanted it to be meat one, and it's not. So I kind of got like.
My apologies.
So yeah.
Don't eat the Impossible Whopper. It does not taste like an Impossible Whopper. Don't even taste good.
Oh yeah.
The Harvest Burger is good. The Culver tastes good.
It may be plant-based, but it doesn't mean it's good for you. The way they put that shit together is, I heard it's just as bad as real meat. Well, I don't think real meat's bad for you, but what they serve at Burger King, McDonald's isn't real meat anyway. But
so Wendy's is okay now? Is that what you're saying?
What's that?
It's just not animal meat.
So Wendy's and Arby's, that's all okay, is what you're saying?
No, none of that shit's good. But Wendy's, but you know what? I don't know. But I had Arby's not that long ago. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't feel as bad after that shit. I was full though, man.
I got sick after last time I ate them. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, right. So then you don't want to eat it no more, right? Your body will tell you what the fuck it wants and what it shouldn't have. If you haven't already fucked up your inside too bad to make, let them make that decision for you. But
Yeah, but
that's why
the beautiful thing about the RSO, it helps heal the inside, so your body will heal itself.
so you can eat shit food again. No, I'm joking.
No,
But
I know. Do you know when they take your gallbladder out, you can still have gallbladder pain?
I did not know that. No.
if someone's jumping on it on the ground, you feel it.
I don't know, but my gallbladder, I think, was having the pain again, but I forgot. I blocked it out. That's how bad that pain was. I'd rather go through labor again. But I was having cramps underneath my ribs for like years, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And my friends were like, so we tried the gall bile salts. I didn't try those yet, but I did do the iodine, and it didn't help quite a lot. My stomach and help regulate me out. But it messed up my thyroid. And you'd be surprised at many of the medicines, actually, the side effects and stuff, and what they do to your body and what they cause.
Oh yeah, I don't take any medicine from a Western doctor. Don't do it.
I haven't been to the doctor in 2 years, and I refuse to do it.
You know what you got to do? Fast. Nobody fasts anymore. You got to fast for 3 days, once a year, 3 days. Reset your gut. Yeah, everybody. If you don't fast 3 days every year, you're missing out because it cleans you out. Every religion that's known to man has a fast period that they promote. And I've heard stories where there's one guy, he was like 30 something years old. They did it fast, and I guess they were capturing his piss or whatever. And traces of medicine he took when he was 5 years old came up in his piss. So, yeah,
that's
I think
go ahead.
I was just saying, I think it's good for you. You reset your digestive tract that way, maybe.
They do it before and after, like it wasn't there and then it was.
Right. No, I think that stuff all stays in your system until you detoxify yourself. Like my Pit Balm is detoxifying myself from the inside, plus it's anti-inflammatory too, so it's taking down the inflammation on my inside as well. Plus putting it on my lotions on my outside is anti-inflammatory on my outside, so my whole body's getting detoxed, and it's just awesome that it's legal now and we can experiment with stuff. And I'm just so happy and helping people. I do. People, they hurt, and when they put it on, they don't hurt no more, and they stand up straight and they walk around and they have a smile on their face. It's just great. And it wasn't a pill. I'm like, how do you feel? I sample it out and stuff. So
it's basically some God made.
Yeah.
Everyone applause.
Let's talk that.
Once I found out I learned how bad Vaseline was and stuff, it was more important for me to make stuff. Because I don't even if you don't put water in your product, you don't need to put the chemicals in it to keep it, to balance it out. So I use different stuff instead of water to make it work. Because I don't believe you have to water down Mother Nature. You just got to find the right, additives or the right amount that you just got to add to it. And so far it's working. I seen my dad stand up straight for the first time, and I don't know, but I almost started crying because it was awesome seeing him stand up. But then he realized, he goes, Trisha, after I started using your thing, my hips started hurting. I'm like, yeah, Dad, because you didn't feel your back so much. It's sort of like your teeth were cold. I told him, remember when you were told my teeth? It's the same thing. But with different parts of your body. But he was a mechanic. Yeah, he was on concrete all the time and on, fixing on stuff.
So I seen it. You there? Tell us about what you were showing us earlier.
Oh, it's just my living soil beds. So I set them up roughly about 2 years ago now. I started with 4 30-gallon fabric pots, basic coots mix, filled it up with worms, and I'm on the 9th and sort of 10th run. And you see that little worm bin that I had there, it looks like a little beehive. Every year I pretty much fill that up with what I old pots from plastic pots where I'll just grow the odd plant, and then I want to recompost it or re-amend it. I'll just run it through my worm bin, and that pretty much just sits there getting topped up with fruit and grains pretty much over the best part of a year. And I'll make up another 30-gallon fabric pot sort of every year. So I started with 4 and I've now got 6.
There you go.
30 gallons a good size too, man.
Yeah, it's, you don't run out of steam. That's the thing I found. It just makes everything easier. Because I get ill a lot and things like that. I can't guarantee that I can take the time to do everything. So if I'm ill for 3 days, it's not really going to be an issue. It'll probably my plants will look better if I leave it alone for 3 days, to be honest with you. And keep messing up, But I like to be in here and pottering about and messing about when I can. It's just nice sitting in there. But yeah, I do like this. I'm addicted now to this organic, no-till sort of just being healthy shit. Yeah, I'm on the vibe, and that's pretty much all I live for. Everything I look at now is, that's not scrap, that's worm food. That's plant food. I do still use amendments, don't get me wrong, because I got access to soil testing. So my ppms in these pots are probably running at 4,000, probably maybe even 5 or 6 in a couple of them. But there's ample enough in there that it's not going to run out, and there's enough of everything. And I don't seem to be running into any problems. I personally put that down to the worms. You having a bunch. My pots are pretty much worm bins. So, if there is too much in there, the microbiology just eats it up pretty quickly, makes a plant available. It doesn't seem to have when I started using the bottles, you can quite easily overdo it. But when you're just doing it with worm castings and just dry amendments and fruits and cover crop that you chop and drop in the sun, you take, you might have a bit of a high ppm, but it's not in a way that it's going to burn your plants, because it's already balanced, because you pretty much putting back something that was already balanced in the first place. You put a leaf back in there, that's something that's already grown that leaf and balanced everything that's already in it. So it's a little bit different to using amendments, or should I say the bottles. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, I was running on a bit there. Sorry.
No, man, it's badass.
I fuck about a lot, and I don't have a routine or a style. And if I'd say I did, if I was to, I could probably yield more, but that's a bit of an effort for me. And I just like playing and messing about. That's what it is for me. It's more of a hobby. I want to come in here and enjoy it. I ain't worried about figures and amounts, what I yield, what I harvest, and shit like that, because then it becomes like stress, and that's everything that doesn't want it to be. I want to come in here, be happy and be chill. My plants show me that back. That's the way I look at it. If I'm happy, and my main focus is keeping the worms happy, and everything else just rocks.
That seems to be working best for me right now. Yeah. Not going wood.
Do you think worm castings is all you need?
It's about what the worm castings are consistent of, isn't it? Really, you know, if you're putting quality into your worms to eat, they're only going to produce quality castings. You get a lot of these companies where you can buy a bag of worm castings, they're just feeding them wood chips and sawdust, you know, and there's not the biodiversity like someone like myself or any home grower. They've just got diversity, you know, compared to a manufacturer or a production sort of place that's producing this shit. They're just buying sort of like bulk standard everything. You know, I experiment with my worm castings. I put supplements in there. I use things like bee pollen, you know, all these things with high amino acids, you know, stuff that's good for us, you know, as far as I'm concerned, is good for my soil. Try and keep it all, you know, organic and natural if I can.
I think it might have been that Derek Butt guy, Chef Derek Butt guy, who he said he got earthworm castings, and I don't know if he sifted them, how he did it, but he said it was like sand after he got done, like whatever, fucking with it. He realized there was a ton of sand in it, and it's shit sold by weight. So, not that sand's bad. Sand has, like, you know.
Yeah, I found that out buying there. You know, you were talking about buying pumice and lava rock. And
Right.
that's I bought a 25 kilo bag of it, and it turned up it was 25 kilos. Don't get me wrong, but by the time it sat in the room and dried out, it turned down about 10 kilos. It was, you know, they selling you a bag full of air or watered down area or air water fucking rock. But yeah. All these fucking companies and they're all trying to fucking pull one over on us.
So, Tom, have you ever heard of what's called remineralization?
I heard of the website or whatever. Coots has talked about it. And what do you?
Well, remineralization is like what that sand could have been in the bottom of them castings.
Okay.
Yeah, the biology would actually kind of remineralize them.
Ah, turn it into little baby sand again, huh?
Yeah.
Ah.
Stick it together with the biofilm.
That's interesting. Captain 420, what's up, kid?
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry I missed you this morning, Tao. I had a call from back home. They had a little leakage in one of Dad's tubes, so they had to take him back into the hospital. But it seems like they got it all right.
Well, I'm sorry and glad to hear that at the same time. I hope he's 100.
Well, this is an experimental procedure that they're just now trying for people with bad COPD and breathing problems. And, you know, 2 days after going through the procedure, he was able to, his sentences were a lot longer without the interruptions of having to take the breaths. So, you know, it seems like it's working, it's doing what it should. And, you know, all we can do is just hope for the best. And I appreciate all the support from you guys too, by the way, because you are my family. So besides that, how's everyone doing tonight?
I don't know, but if we're family,
on Eagle?
If we're family, can I borrow a couple grand? I'm just joking.
That's okay. I have a comment for that one, but Tao, I respect you too much to say it.
That's you. You can bust my chops. Be disrespectful. I like. Yeah, Eagle's at the gym right now. He's getting pumped up. Smiley, that was pretty funny. The Hands and Friends comment whenever they're both flexing.
To pump you up.
Yeah. That was a fucking great skit, dude. Workout plan.
Hey, you know, when you hit 50, you got to keep working out or you're going to lose it. I just decided to move to Thailand. It was a lot easier changing my complete diet. Instead of saying, no, you can't have this. No, you can't have this. No, it's just not available.
You just can't get it.
Yeah.
Are you taller than most people there, Captain? Are they short there or no?
Yeah, I'm 6 foot and I'm looking over the heads of most.
That's a good feeling, right? I like that.
It is, but you're easy to spot, though.
True. That is true.
Like, who did it? The tall motherfucker. It ain't too hard to pick out. But yeah, you know, that happens to be one of the reasons why I moved here, is because I enjoy. I don't see them as shorter people. I see them as friendlier people, I guess.
I'm sure they are compared to Americans.
Yeah.
Stuck up fat people in America.
You know, they say Thailand, the land of smiles. Well, the reason why they're smiling, they're laughing at you or with you is because they totally don't fucking understand you. So it's like, okay, are you laughing because I said something funny? Or are you laughing because you just don't understand what I'm trying to tell you?
That's pretty funny. The land of nods and smiles.
Yep. And Google Maps sucks. And Google Translator is even worse. Oh my God, I use Google Translator and I put in 3 words and it doesn't even translate right. Power wash driveway does not translate to anything in Thai.
It'd be funny if they fucked with the translation. So like, if you said like, "Where's the bathroom?" it would say, you know, can we go in the back room and fuck? That would be hilarious. People getting slapped.
No, you just say boom boom.
Oh yes, you know certain words in Thai, don't you?
Yeah. Boom boom and snake. Yeah, I know those 2.
The important words.
Yep. Hey, at least I know how to order food. That's all that really matters.
There you go.
That, and when I go to the markets, I give the older people there a laugh, because I do try to speak Thai when I go to the markets, but it's such a tonal language that a little bit of a different tone completely changes the word. And you know, you're trying to speak Thai, and then all of a sudden you have 15 people in front of you just crack up laughing, and then they explain to you that if you would have said it this way, it would have been proper, but the way you said it kind of sounded like you're a girl boy. Not a boy girl, but a girl boy. So they get a good laugh out of my expense here, and you know, I'm okay with it because I'm in their country, and you know, I should respect them and I should learn their language. and be able to communicate with them in Thai instead of broken Thai in English. So slowly I'm learning again. It takes time. Going back to Michigan and Ohio didn't help for 11 months. You know, it's like trying to find someone to speak Thai with you there. You know, the closest college that teaches Thai was like 4 hours away. And I'm in Cleveland.
Captain, are you like dual citizen then? Is that?
No, I stay right now. I'm on a tourist visa. And once the paperwork goes through by hopefully, we're hoping within the next 3 weeks, I'll be able to apply for a business or a work permit through business visa.
Now, there must have been a Thai restaurant somewhere where you could have met someone that talked Thai, no?
Yeah, that restaurant is like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, I forget. Michigan is half boony.
Well, no, this is even in Ohio, and I would have to go from the east side of Cleveland down to Kent State, because Kent State is where they have the really good Thai restaurant.
Yeah, it's all flyover country. It's all the same. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, thanks. But you missed all that good Ohio weed. Thanks for flying over. You left more for us. At least Michigan don't even get flown over. They just get skipped.
That's it. Yeah, they're way out of the loop.
But I loved living in Michigan and living in the Flint area. The main thing is I didn't have Flint water. That's why.
Yeah, they never fixed it, did they?
No.
You know,
And that was something that they could have spent a couple $1 million on right at the beginning to replace some things, and it would have taken care of that whole problem. But they were just too cheap to spend a few $1 million, and now they're going to have to test these kids in Flint for the rest of their life on lead. And it's going to cost them billions, if not eventually trillions of dollars, for someone trying to slide around this little loophole.
Some heads should roll for that, man. That's fucking ridiculous. This is America. You should have clean water at least, man. Like, what the F?
Lead's so dangerous too, because like for growing kids, it like incorporates in their bones. So it's like, yeah, somehow the way your body processes it, it like puts it into your bones. So when kids are growing faster, so they're, you know what I mean? They're able to like, it's like crazy how it fucks them up worse.
Yeah, so my heart goes out to those kids that are going to have to deal with that for the rest of their life.
Yeah, for poisoning, basically, it's exactly what it is, the poisoning.
And it, you know, just like anything in our government, I'm sure it was a backroom deal to save a little bit of money, and you know, well, you get a membership to this country club is, you know, the payoff. I'm sure that's all it was over something that's going to end up costing billions of dollars to the Michigan taxpayers.
Yeah, so even if they use it to grow their vegetables with, it's all going to have fucking lead in it. Yeah, that's fucked up. Like, if someone grows weed in Flint, don't be smoking that shit, right? That's fucked up.
What's up, buddy?
How's everyone?
Hey, buddy. Cheers.
Hi, Cap.
You all right, buddy?
I'm excellent. Fucking had a great day.
Good.
I'm just stoned. Hey, Cap, I hope you saw today they added a third show. So the Bay Area one you said you're coming to is 3 nights now.
The one I said I'm coming to. Okay, what show am I coming to so I can like
Well,
make ticket
you can come to
plans.
any of them, but okay, they start in LA at the Forum 2 nights, then they tour for like a month, and then they end the tour in the Bay Area. It was 2 nights. Now they added a third today. So
Okay.
I couldn't tell you the dates. They start in like May, at the end of May, and go through July.
Yo, show us
Well,
your shirt, buddy.
That's not bad. It's only an 18-hour flight.
Well, it's the last of that band's existence.
Yeah.
That's what the Who said in '69.
Supposedly.
Well, they said in themselves in their statements that it's just the end of this lineup. It's not the end of.
Okay.
We're all hoping Billy Strings fills in.
Yeah, no, that's what's happening.
And we're going to have another drummer because I don't think Bill will be able to make it. From what have you heard anything more about his condition?
No. Well, he's got, like what you were saying, he's got the early stages of COP or what, and when sometimes he's out of breath when he's trying to play, and his doctors like won't clear him. And because he's had to cancel shows because of that, he's like a very expensive insurance. And yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get John Malo to step in.
Do any of them have kids that can take their spot? They need some fresh blood.
Well, Phil's kid Graham is in his band, and Bobby's daughters are photographers. Let's see who else.
I don't think Phil Lesh's son is that caliber.
Right.
Yeah. But he's all right. Whatever.
It's a good band to go listen to. No problem with that.
I'm gonna check out early tonight, guys. I gotta get some shit done tomorrow. So
good seeing you, Smiley.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
Yeah, Smiley. Keep smiling, kid.
So
take care, Smiley.
I'll see you guys.
Peace.
Peace.
So what happened in Thailand today? Anything exciting?
No, not that I know of. I'm just finally getting moving after dealing with things back home over the nighttime.
Yo, buddy.
Yeah,
I see the cat in the hat. What else is he? What is he?
Oh, it's Masonic's shirt. Seeds, Dr. Masonic.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, he gave this to me last time I was up there.
Now, the Cat in the Hat Masonic shirt, I'd wear that one.
He's got some cool shirts, actually. He does have a knack for picking like cool art to make shit out of.
Off the wall art. And I'm sorry. Hi, Galaxy 10.
Yeah, we could hardly hear you, Galaxy 10.
Yeah, your volume.
Something happened. Your lips are moving.
And get to sleep. You guys have a great night.
You too. Thanks for joining us.
You too. Have a great night.
Look what I got today, Captain.
You could dream about me if you want. I give you permission.
These ones are my friend that I've known forever. He's been growing this Northern Lights since 2002. I've smoked it over the years. It's one of his things, but I took clones from him today. And the slaps, because that's some strain from, I think, Exotic Mike that tests real high, like 35% or up.
Yo, what's this with the super booth? Who have you guys smoked the super booth?
Well, I probably wouldn't pick a strain called Booth as like a choice. No, I've never heard of it.
No.
That's what won the New York Cup. The kid said today on
Super Booth.
the show. Yeah, super booth. I thought Drewzilla was joking when he said, I said, who won the cup? And Drewzilla was like, super booth won. I was like, LOL. And then it turns out that's the real name of the shit.
That's fucked up because I was gonna name it. Never mind.
Well, I'm gonna name mine Super Duper Booth Quad Mids. That's my next strain coming up.
And
Well, didn't they?
mine's called Monkey. I'm not even gonna say the name of mine because somebody's gonna steal it. So
There you go. No, I told you guys already. I'm not even all my whatever strains I put out to the public are gonna have a girl's name.
yeah, no, that's weird. Just kidding.
I think
That's
I'll
me.
hold I think I'll hold a contest for naming strains because I am not a good strain namer.
Name strainer.
Yeah, I can't name strains worth shit. I keep on coming up with Afghani times mango, skunk times Afghani, Thai times Afghani.
What the hell?
I think in the
Yeah.
long run, that those would be better names.
Yeah. Because every time someone tells me a name, like they said it's super proof, I'm like, yeah, what are the parents? So if you just name it what the parent, what the parents are, that's a lot easier, Captain. I'd say just stick with it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Most of the
but
time with these new hype strains, I don't even ask what they are anymore.
Yeah, because there's like 12 fucking names attached to them. It's fucking runs times wedding cake times Tropicana, crossed with the male, which was freaking other fucking names mixed together. Whatever. It's weed.
exactly.
It's weed, man.
Yeah.
But
And I agree with you. It's all weed.
Yeah, I want to name bands. I want to be the guy that names bands. I always thought Black Ink would be a great name for a band. Black Ink, right? Doesn't that sound good?
Squid Ink, maybe.
Black ink.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, kind of like the Black Keys.
Oh yeah, it's kind of that's kind of cheesy now that they're around.
It's easy now that you said that.
What a letdown. Thanks, Captain. But yeah,
Hey,
Black Ink headlining tonight at MSG. That sounds good, but not anymore. Oh well.
Sorry, Tao. Had to ruin your night. Buddy, when is that San Francisco show?
Here, let me look for exactly. I think it's July 16th. It's the last one. And you want to know the bad part I found out yesterday? Billy Strings is playing LA one night and 2 nights in San Diego. I was really excited when I saw those dates. Those are the same dates that the Dead are playing at LA at the Forum.
Oh.
So the second night in San Diego, that one I'll go to, but I'll miss the 2 other ones. Which, that a couple of days ago when I heard that or figured that out, I was bummed out all day.
Well, maybe I can fly in and we can hit 1 Billy Strings and 2 Nights of the Dead.
That's the plan. The Dead are at the Forum to open up. That's be the first time they played at arena in pre-COVID. They haven't played a place that small.
Yeah.
And the Forum has this thing that we'll get passes for called the Forum Club. It's that guy, Jerry, the guy that owned the Forum back when the Lakers, he has this club downstairs called the Forum Club. Yeah. They basically get catered food and all these companies to show up to give away food to the people that have the Forum Club, but it's all like the top restaurants so June 14th, 15th, 16th. No, July 15th, 14th to 16th is San Francisco at Oracle Park. Then, yeah, I'll tell you when LA is.
Dude, they came up with some good band names in chat. We got Downside Up.
LA at the Farm is May 19th and 20th. And Billy Strings is the 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Yeah, May I can't do. That's going to be my harvest time for my events. I've got 2 events I'm putting on here in Thailand to promote my clone company. So we're actually going to put on our own cannabis event. It's going to be my first one. But how do you, how else do you introduce 50 or 60 strains that, really aren't here in Thailand? The gas, the fuel, the earth terps, the stuff that has to be grown indoors.
Yo, Big Ed, if you're still in chat, peace, dude. Good to see you.
Show them the weed first.
Show them the weed first, get them a chance to smoke a little bit of it. Depending on what level of ticket you buy, you get X amount of free cannabis. Some of the farms and some of the stores in town I'm inviting. And if I invite you, then you take like 200, you take about 100 grams of weed home with you to smoke with your growers and the people in your company. But yeah, these guys are taking me high tech. I mean, we're going to have like little tablets where you can walk up. You can see the plant in a couple different stages live. And you'll be able to look at a tablet and do like a time-lapse video of it growing and how it grows. And also how it grows if you grow it a single stalk or if you top it and train it. I'm going to do one each way. But it's going to be a way to get my company, up and running, and plus put the money in my pocket to actually, go ahead and not have to worry about dipping into my savings account or my bank to actually pay for this endeavor. And, that's one of the things I see from us people that come over here is, the people that were in the game when it was the outlaw, is the first thing we're looking at doing is, can we pull off a harvest, especially with these prices, to pay for everything? I'm back to looking at lights is, that light's going to cost me 4 ounces. That's how I'm starting to look at things again. Like in the early 2000s, you look at a car and you say, okay, it's going to cost me 6 pounds. It's going to cost me 7 pounds, or it's going to cost me 800 clones. And to me, it's kind of nice being back into that type of environment. It's where I'm the happiest. Because then, people want, when something has a value, and especially exotic cannabis here in Thailand has such a high value, it's easier to take that and trade it for like work on your car, work around the house, a couple joints instead of some money, and the people actually enjoy really good cannabis more than money because it gives them another way to escape reality, I believe, and it's not alcohol.
No, it's not escape reality. Enjoy reality.
Well, I think
Hey.
here they want to more escape it.
He doesn't always make the trade with me, but 2 days ago I stopped at my tire guy's shop and he gave me 2 front tires, new Bridgestones for an ounce each. I was like, cool. Ounce of outdoor each. So yeah, killer deal. Yeah.
You
There you
got
go.
2 tires for 150
But
bucks.
that all starts with kickdowns. I always like bring a bag wherever I go. I always got a bag in case the person that's at the establishment seems cool. I'll offer some, and then sometimes that's developed into bartering. I'm
It's
down with
like what
bartering.
was exactly, and it's like what we brought up the other day here, you know, walking into a fast food restaurant and hooking somebody up with a joint, and next time you come in, you know, your sandwiches or your burritos are like twice as big because you hooked them up. So you throw them another joint. And over a couple months of going in and, you know, maybe 3, 4, 5 joints, you build a friendship, and then, you know, you start really getting the hookups.
Hey, my buddy at the Hydro store, my other buddy I was visiting today, he actually spends way more at the Hydro than I do. But he never thought of it until I told him today why what happened to me and not to him.
I was gonna say, buddy, you've been on a roll with the 50 cents a light bulb.
He never kicks down. For
Yeah, let's see.
23 years, I've always, if I go to the Hydro store, I realize I'm going to the Hydro store, and I like
Bring him
hook up
a
a bag
present.
for the Hydro
Yeah.
store. Sometimes 2, one for the. Hey, let me tell you, even the kids that are the workers, as soon as I walk in, one of them's like, "Oh," they bring me over a cart. When I pay, I don't have to pack my car. They fucking take the shit out to the car because that's where I give it to them, right? But the manager dude, oh, I've taken care of him forever. Yeah, he must have gave me $2,000 worth of shit yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. I don't go in there that often. He had held shit in the back, like all these bulbs, because when they were like blowing them out, if you weren't there, you weren't getting them. Oh, he put like 17 of them aside for me. I was like, oh, cool, dude. That's the way to look out.
Yep.
Dude, I was just saying, I'm looking at adding a couple lights for heat, and I'm gonna go with probably 1,000-watt HPS. I'm probably gonna turn one of those on. I've been running 600s in the 4x4s.
There's a bulb out there that was made by Venture Lighting Company out of Solon, Ohio. They call it a super metal halide. But when you go to turn this thing on, it will look reddish orange to you. If you're gonna go that way, they're a little bit bigger of a bulb. So if you've got like hooded, glass hooded hoods, then maybe it won't fit, but it's a little bit more of a diameter. But I thoroughly enjoyed using that bulb all the way through, and I got great results with it, and they're like $65, $75. But it has more of a far red and orange to it.
I'll look into that. I saw one that have there's one called dual arc. It has supposedly it's half high pressure sodium and half metal halide.
Yeah,
which I never
used
got
those for a while.
Yeah, I never
The
got
600.
one of them.
It's a 600 HPS and a 400 mAh mixed together. You can see it with the bulb. There's like 2 little whatever the core of the bulb. Yeah, I tried all those over the years. One thing I had a success, and they were selling those to me for 50 cents yesterday. But in double-endeds, they make bulbs that are CM H's, like the 315s, and there's one
Right.
called a 945. So it's 3 CMHs in a dual arc tube. And yeah, those were fucking pretty good, because one thing about a double-ended, it's you have to have like distance, like 4 or 5 feet from the light
Right.
to the canopy. That's sometimes hard. When you use that CMH one, you can bring it down to like 3 feet. Yeah.
Have you noticed difference in the bulbs?
But yeah,
buddy?
they wanted yeah. Yeah.
What do you think is the
And the
best?
truth is that Hortilux, I mean, wait, when you're talking about HPS bulbs, Hortilux
Yeah,
by
let's
far,
just go with straight
bottom
edge.
line, they're a real company making, most of those companies take whatever parking lot bulb, put it in a box with some hydro fucking labeling
Right.
and sell it. Okay. Digilux, all these fucking things. They don't make those bulbs. They're the cheapest
Right.
bulbs you can buy in fucking China or wherever. Hortilux, they make their bulbs. Philips makes their bulbs. Couple companies make their bulbs.
Ushio, right?
A lot of those brands, Sylvania, right? There's only like a handful. Definitely
Right.
buy bulbs from those companies. There's a
Right.
difference. Even some of these bulbs, I didn't realize it until I read this paper. What's the name of them? But they're just single-ended HPS, but they have, I think it's 2380 U-mole, which I've used HPS lights forever. We never used U-mole. That came from like LED, but
Right.
it runs at
That's new.
1100 watts and it's 177 lumens, where a typical 1000 watts, like 125,000, maybe some brag to be 140,000 lumen. This light, this bulb claims to be 177, and at 20, I don't even, I'll try them, 50 cents. Why not?
Hell yeah.
I got a feeling
1,000 watt is only like 1.6 or 1.7 U-moles. So you're getting like that 0.5 extra U-moles. And
Yeah,
now
I mean,
that I'm learning about LEDs, you know, that seems to be a lot more intense light. I brought up Sylvania also because they make a 1,000 watt HPS bulb called the Alto bulb. And I didn't believe it until I walked into the electronic or the bulb place in Michigan, the electrical store. And the guy brought it up on the computer and he put it right up next to the iHortilux bulbs. And this Alto bulb actually outperforms the iHortilux bulb in every aspect. And the bulb is only $25, $26.
well, that's how you know HPS is dead, because even though there's pressure from LED, they haven't redesigned or come up with anything new, like better bulb, better idea, better nothing. And that shows that they threw in the towel. Like
I don't
even
know.
why I got
bulbs
all these bulbs for 50 cents is because Grow Generation's only going to stock 2 brands of bulbs, Hortilux and their house brand, which is just a repack. But hey, they're cheaper. But that's why all these bulbs, all the brands we're talking about, that's what they blew out at 50 cents each.
Yeah, I would have bought the shit out of them too.
Yeah, well, totally, because the manager dude wasn't there, but I was there when they had these pink stickers, and I bought, I think, only about 10 bulbs, but they were $8 each. And I remember feeling like I got a deal then. Yesterday, when I went out with 50 cents each, I was like,
running out of the store, thought he stole them.
Dude, it was a good one, man. It was a good day. It's been 2 great days. Like, something's up.
Yeah,
A lot of it is suit up and show up, because like even the whole thing was and I know this, they close at 5. The best time to show up is about 4:20. And be patient enough to let him fucking, and even help him a little, take the
Do his work.
forklift and move all the shit in, and then he'll close the store, and then it's just you and dude, and then that's when you get like all the free shit. And bring a bag of weed too, because that helps. And you learn pretty about like the hydro business and the products and the stop orders and the politics between Hawthorne and all the bullshit going on, which is basically, yeah, they don't give a fuck about us customers. We're just suckers to them.
We're just dollar bills.
The hydro store that I was going to said down to earth. Wait, what's the other one? Yeah, Down to Earth. They like had a big fight with them or whatever, and they didn't carry them for like a long time.
Yeah, well, Grow Generation doesn't carry builder soil stuff, so they got rid of that. They still do have the Down to Earth, but what you can see they're doing as they're modeling their store the way they want it.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want any competition with those brands, so why would you offer that stuff? Right? Oh, they sell bags of soil, but the amendments, oh, you must go somewhere else. All we got's bottles. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Now, the store, when they bought it 2 years ago, oh no, that dude, my buddy, built that. Yeah, fuck, he would once a year, and you just had to know and show up in the week or so that he had it in stock, would order like no-name bags of pumice, and they would only be like $7 a bag, but it was once a year. And you better buy them while they were there, because it wasn't like a month later you could ask them to get some pumice for you.
Right, you want to do it. Right.
It was like a one-time thing he would do, because like that was how he built the fucking business, by servicing the customers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, GrowGen basically, it's their great policy if that's what they want to do. If you want anything else out of the catalog, Hawthorne's catalog, basically, you have to prepay for it.
Order.
Then they'll order
wait for it. Yeah.
Right. Even like, okay, the pump section. Yeah, there's no variety anymore. It's just one Chinese knockoff brand of these stupid ass pumps that man, maybe they're only 30, $40, but if you do this professionally, you're probably going to spend $100 on a pump that might last you your lifetime, right? But if they don't sell it there, you don't even know one exists. But like on a simple thing like pumps, yeah, just type in fucking pumps. Like most likely you're going to deal with a fish store or something like that. But man, there's a lot of pumps.
Oh,
a lot of them work a hell of a lot better than the fucking ones they try to sell you at the hydro store.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's amazing how.
I'm sorry, Tom.
No, you go.
I've got a pump that I've been using since 1998. It's a 3/4 horsepower pump, and it's probably ran for probably close to, I'm going to say 2,000 days. And it's never had a hookup. You know, you put it in a bucket of hydrogen peroxide and bleach every once in a while and flush it out. And never had a problem with a run dry submersible sump pump.
Decent pumps, you can for a few dollars buy kits that are all the rubber and everything and can refresh your pump. These other ones are like built to just die.
Everything's disposable now, yeah.
Right.
Same
with the
oscillating
get a
new one. Yeah.
There's like quality. You get what you pay for. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah.
Like that's like, but sometimes that price extra, yeah, when you weigh it out. Like I have an Air King oscillating fan that I got at Granger's like 15 fucking years ago. Fucking thing still works. These ones they sell at the hydro store, whatever brand, Infinity, whatever, it's all the same bullshit. Those things you might get 2 years out of, and then they die.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Thailand, we actually, because a lot of our windows and doors are open, I have to clean my fans in my house about once every 8 to 10 months. take them apart, clean them. Because if not, you have what happens to me, and you have fans that are working and you're watching them, and all of a sudden they catch on fire.
Well, the
Because
common thing with an
they're
oscillating
easily
fan
made.
is this weird little piece of plastic that's part of the mechanism that keeps it from, like, it turns it so far and it clicks and then it turns it the other way. It's this little piece of plastic. That's the fucking piece that is designed. It's engineered
To break.
to fucking break. Okay, so yeah, your fan might work, but the oscillating part doesn't usually last too long. And some of that is the environment in the room after periods of time, a couple years, certain plastics become like, yeah, weak, you know, like UV or whatever it is, the light, the temperature, whatever wears out some plastics. Some plastics, no. But I've noticed that with things like there's certain plastics that are like impenetrable, like doesn't fuck it up. Other ones, even years ago, there used to be $99 4x8 trays, these black ones. They were cool. Other than like after a couple of years, the slightest little movement, they would just crack on their own. Right? Oh, the white ones that were $300 made out of this different plastic. You can get those in black too. It's a different kind of plastic. And yeah, it doesn't do that. It will after 10 years, I'll tell you. Plastic don't last forever.
I just had went through with that because I'm having 2x2 pots made up for me so I can make like big sip containers. And we just sat down and went through the thickness of the plastic, and then it was this little added cost for UV protection. And I was like, yeah, we need to add that, because if we're growing them under LEDs, which are even more intense than HBS, then exactly what Bud was talking about, you know, this stuff's going to get brittle and it's just going to start to snap on you. The pots that I'm going with are thicker pots, because of the plain fact of it is if you go that little bit thinner, they crack like hell on you.
Well, here's my experience. For a while, I thought I was being a patriotic American. This is like 10, 15 years ago. Buy American. I was paying like $2 something for these 10-inch mesh pots. That's what I grow in. 10-inch mesh pots, basically a 3-gallon pot, mesh at the bottom. They were made in the US. They got up to like $2 something. And the guy at the store is like, dude, why don't you just buy these other ones, the Chinese ones? They're only $1.40. Almost the same thing. I remember getting paper cuts on my, or not like plastic cuts, because the leading edge of them was sharp. But I've recycled my buckets. Some of them are over 20 years old. A lot of these Chinese ones, if I stack them, which I have stacks of empty buckets, I have to be careful how high I go, because the pressure of them being stacked will crack them.
Crushes them.
They just like crack, like all of a sudden they crack, or they get stuck, or weird shit, where the ones that were made in the US, which nobody makes these pots in the US anymore. And even when I transitioned, the store doesn't carry those anymore because the guy went out of business. That was basically a industrial rental with a, what do you call it? Injection, you know, like he ejection system to make pots. It's pretty simple business, right? Pump out fucking lots of whatever injection mold. How can China make them, ship them on pallets to fucking here, and do it for half the cost of the guy here, and even that put him out of business? And that's when I realized, yeah, it's been a long time ago. Even like a simple thing like a plastic pot, right? We were like, and I remember thinking, no, I'm still going to buy those ones. I want to support the made in the USA. I remember that bullshit. Ultimately, I didn't even have I don't have that choice anymore, even if you wanted to. And that's what's really sad.
It's because our government gives those companies such a deal for importing all that.
That's right.
That it makes it, cost effective for them, because they're instead of a half a container ship, they're sending a whole container ship full of them over. And the company I'm working with is actually a Chinese Thai company. And they were like, we'll beat any Chinese price on pots for you. The only thing is their machines can't do a tray bigger than a 4x4. But they can do any type of tub that I want. The sip containers, I have to have an inside part to flip over. They can make that for me. And, when you're talking cheaper and you're talking 10 or 15 cents, it's not that big of a deal until you start talking, I need like 5 or 10,000 of them. And then all of a sudden it's a big deal. But yeah, I ran across the same thing you were running across, bud. Buy something in 1996 and you paid good money for it, and you didn't have to buy it again until 94. And then by 2004, I'm sorry. And then, but you buy this new stuff, and by 2007, you got to go replace it, because just you said, you were stacking them and they started to split on you.
Yeah, that's just in every sector. That's the deal. And I guess that's called planned obsolescence or whatever. It's a business like concept. And yeah, there used to be an alternative to it. You used to pay more, but and you still can. You have to search that shit out. It's not readily available. You know what I mean? They don't stock it.
Yep. There's a lot of things you can search out and find better.
Yeah.
It costs more, but it's worth it. Half the shit is worth it. Like
exactly.
Some of the tools, a lot of stuff.
Well, trust me, the guy that runs the Hydro store, who's buddy with all his customers, knows damn well that the shit he's buying is the crap that is shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if he bought this brand or this model, spend a little more, it would serve the customer better. But that's not how you make money in the United States.
Yeah, but when you give the manager an ounce every time you go in there, he'll tell you, don't buy that one.
Well, that's true. Like, hey, with the humidifiers, I have this little one that's only $175 one. They have like 3 or 4 models. They have the same ones there. This one has worked like 10 fucking years. It just works, right? Those other ones, they don't work. They work for a couple years.
But yeah, we live in a disposable world now. Like everything. Use it till it dies. You don't get it fixed, you throw it out. TV, you throw it out. Like, there used to be TV repairman. I don't think there is anymore.
No, I don't think so.
Right,
No, like what I think is hilarious is think of the amount of square foot of TVs in storage units that cost like a lot of money for TVs that aren't even worth anything. Like if you store a TV, I mean, unless it's short term. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Your 1 month storage unit, you can go out and buy that same TV brand new.
Yeah. Right, for 1 month.
That's what we've gotten to, though. That's what we've gotten to.
Hey, I remember spending.
Grandparents passed their
My parents flipped out at $5,500 for a TV.
I still have a few screwdrivers.
$500 for a TV.
That my grandpa gave my dad gave to me. But like, if I bought a tool today, you can buy expensive tools too. But yeah, most of them are just throwaway too. Pliers,
not gonna last for your grandkids. No,
I mean,
Yeah,
and I'm that
Craftsman
guy that,
doesn't have a lifetime policy anymore. They used to have a lifetime policy on everything they made.
well, basically, other than you might need a few tools, but on hand to be a grower, I'd say you need a Phillips head, a flathead, a channel lock, and a regular plier. Those are like those 4 things, and maybe no, you don't need anything else.
Yes, you need the PVC pipe ratchet cutter.
Well, building it out, but like to just have on hand, like those are the only things I ever like realized. Oh, I need a screwdriver. Oh, I need a plier. Oh, this fucking thing. Those are the two or three things I like. Those are the only tools. I have a whole tool bag. The only things I use out of it are those. Now, when you're setting up, you need wire cutters, electrical shed, drywall shed, jack of all trades, basically, building it out.
What, Panda film doesn't work well for walls?
No, I like to go and actually put the wall and insulate it and put another, I've done it both ways. And yeah, one thing, if you're like a hit and run artist, but if you're like, next thing you know, going to look at it and go, damn, this thing's been running 10 years, or this thing's been running 17 years. And then you realize all that other shit's just temporary bullshit. You got to build it out. You got to frame the doors right. You got to do certain shit right. Especially insulation. Yeah, I mean, I live in California, so like even the insulation they sell us is like all this California insulation. We don't have the same. Well, I guess if you live in certain places, but on average, like I forget I think it's R ratings, but I know that in like Colorado or places that are cold, insulating is like super important, and heat.
That's why we still use metal halides and HBSs, because, we can grow with LEDs, but we have to heat the rooms back in Michigan and Ohio. I mean, shit, I was there. We had 83 days below zero. And we're not talking below freezing zero. We're talking below 0, where we were in the minus numbers for 83 days one winter.
Well, I've seen people
It was
even
the
in California
best harvest I had.
have their grow set up where in the colder months they're using the air from the grow to keep the rest of their house warm from like the HPS heat would be part of like why their house was warm. They didn't have to have a heater.
It kept the living room floor and the kitchen floor to my house warm. And of course, we're outlaws, so we're only living in like the living room, the kitchen, and the bedroom, because everything else has got plants in it.
Well, I've been where, we lived in the living room. The bedrooms were fucking plants. Fucking crazy shit we used to do.
I live in the living room. I sleep on the floor, right next to the front. Still, just my favorite spot with all the dogs.
Well, that's where you feel comfortable.
Hell yeah.
That's all that matters in life is how you feel. Do you feel comfortable?
Yeah, nobody's checking the ground. Everybody's running and checking the beds and the rooms, So nobody ever looks down when they kick in the door. So, yeah.
So, Tao, when you gonna come to Thailand? You gonna jump over with JJ next time?
They were asking when I was gonna make it to Michigan last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Michigan's probably only $100 plane ticket.
Yeah, I could. That's a lot easier than making it to Thailand. But I do have my what do they? I have my passport. I could make the trip sometime, but I don't see any time soon. But yeah, I would definitely make my way there, knowing that you were there and that potent is there and that weed is essentially legal. That's what I've been telling people a long time. After watching that show, Locked Up Abroad, I didn't want to leave the States, man. That shit was scary.
Yeah.
But now it's a little different.
Exactly. You walk out of your hotel room and there's this little truck outside and he's got the side of it popped down and he's got jars of weed up there. And it's just like, wow.
Right. Instead of a food truck, you got the weed truck.
And here, as long as you're respectful of other people, you can smoke out in public just about any place.
Okay.
You know, unless you're causing a problem and being an asshole and you're sitting down at a restaurant or a bar outside and your smoke is going directly into somebody, which you should move anyway as being a good stoner.
Yeah,
but,
hell yeah.
You know, that's the only time you're going to get a complaint is when you're really invading on somebody's space or privacy and the smoke interfering with them. I would consider that one. So you could get a ticket for that, or if you were a real dick, go to jail. But you know, mainly they'll come over and they'll ask you to put it out. You put it out and you have no problems here. So it's kind of like New York, wherever you can smoke cigarettes, you can smoke cannabis.
It definitely sounds doable.
Yeah. And you know, the thing of it is, you know, I wouldn't say come over for a week because you are basically, if you come from like Ohio, you're spending 24 hours to 26 hours in an airplane or taking a transfer. So I would make it for like a 14-day holiday. If you had 3 weeks, that would be perfect. And if you wanted to live like you're on vacation for 3 weeks, you don't need more than $2,500 unless you wanted to buy weed. And if you got away from Thai weed, then you're going to spend a hell of a lot more, believe me. But if you wanted to come over and experience all the different types of Thai weed, you can smoke 3 months on like $150 or 3 weeks. I'm sorry, I got high here. But
why wouldn't, as a tourist, you be able to bring your own weed? It's legal. So if you had a couple ounces with you, they would say, "Oh, fine," or they say, "Oh no."
I don't think so because you're bringing it in from another country. It's just like bringing fruit into California or other plants. You know, now if you are a medical patient, from what you could say is, I'm here for 3 weeks and this is my 3 weeks of medicine. And you could possibly get around it that way. But why would you really want to when you can come here and buy weed? You know, I could see putting a couple grams of like hash in your suitcase.
Cap, I can pretty much go anywhere and buy weed. Why would I bring my own weed? Because I don't like to buy weed from other people. I don't buy weed from other people.
Or
what the fuck are you saying?
Don't like their weed.
Wait, I don't trust their weed. There's freaking Roundup on that shit.
Or any number of things.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. You know, that's why even going to California, people, I went out to visit Buddy and I took 2 ounces out with me for 10 days. It's because I knew when I reached in my jar, I was going to get stoned.
Like, yeah, I would smoke something that Buddy grew, or Iceni, or Green Fingers, and Captain. I would smoke all your shit.
You don't
Hell
smoke what I grow because I put. Never mind.
Well, I mean,
Seeds in this.
going into like a dispensary and like buying
you got seeds,
something
yeah.
in some packaging,
seeds.
I don't know about that. That
Hmm.
seems
I
weird.
pollinate everything that I grow.
That's
Yeah.
all right. It'll bring me back to my youth there, Green Fingers, plucking out some seeds. That's all right.
Oh yeah, you don't mind seeds. That's cool.
Yeah.
If you don't mind seeds, then yeah, smoke what I grow. But if you do, then you gotta get a shoebox lid or a record.
Here in New York,
case
before
or something.
even, I wouldn't say like shit's changed, but there was a time when we were like, I was hoping to find a couple seeds in the bags, you know?
Yeah.
There was a short window, maybe like 5 years of that, but I remember being like, and my buddy used to pull them out. He used to get, you know, quarter pounds or pounds from Cali and undo them here. And he would find them every once in a while. I still have some from him that I should probably try. And like everyone says, if you go down the list of all like the heavy duty hitters, most of them were not bred on purpose. They were found in fucking bag seed land.
But
Fucking
like,
dog.
I go back and think about it. I had access and moved a lot of weed. Where's all these bag seeds? Because like the fucking weed I went through my hands was seedless.
Right.
And I don't like, oh, I remember commercial weed had seeds, but every once in a while. And that would like usually not be the best weed. Like out of the memorable weeds that I had access to, the good green weed, I never found seeds in those.
Right. That's when it was
that's
so
why
rare.
I never saved them. I would have, but
You never found them.
nah,
man.
the really super dank shit, no, that was all seedless shit.
But you know, he would find like he would go through quarters every week or whatever. Like once a year, he would find 10 seeds in you know, like over the course of a full year, he would find 10 seeds in something and pull them out and save them for me.
My
Outdoor
Afghani-
weed sometimes has seeds though, like rare seeds and outdoor weed. But a lot of indoor guys have it dialed in. It's fucking,
nowadays, hopefully there isn't, you know, there's not a lot of
well,
it.
My Afghani mango during the best harvest of the year, the cold winter harvest, that's when I would find some seeds of my Afghani mango. And we're talking maybe 15, 20 seeds out of a pound. But it would only happen when the temperature got really cold and there were no other males in the room. The plant senses this, I believe, and to preserve itself, it's got that colder temperature. So it's, you know, mimicking the end of the life term. So it's going to put out something to preserve for next year. The only trouble is I find the majority of those plants to be females.
yeah, well, I call that late hermies. Like if you sometimes with certain genetics, you push them late, like try to keep them up too long, they'll get these little hermies. Like there's plants that hermy when you sex them or early on, and then there's these ones that will just be these little male pollen sacs in the middle of female buds because you left them up too long. Is at least what the few times I had that happen. Or certain genetics, like I know Deadhead OG from Swerve. Different packs, different years, because I wanted that strain to be something. And I've seen it. I've smoked bud of other people's phenos that was like, oh, that was the shit. But all these packs I kept having late hermies. They would fucking, and because I'm perpetual, wouldn't fucking seed if it was one whole room. It'd just be these late, but I had things in the room that were like newer, and then those ones would get seeded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
with
of those,
hermies seeds, which like those seeds, you really can't expect to be any good because they come from like, well, I guess they're, I don't know.
a
That
lot of
only
the,
happened to me once.
yeah, a lot of the late nanas don't even make pollen. They just make, they look like bananas and they won't open and make
But
pollen.
when you roll a joint, it tastes it. You can taste
I've
it when
made
they have
that.
those
There's enough-
little fucking things,
I've used nanas.
whatever you
to
call.
make seeds.
There's that people have other terms for what they call those things, bananas or whatever. the fuck.
Bananas, yeah.
Nanners.
Hi, Icy. How you doing, brother?
Not too bad, thanks, Captain. But yeah, talking about the late nanas, yeah, that's different to a hermy, in my opinion.
Yep.
And you will get a feminized plant, and they're more of an S1. They're more of a self, and you'll get a uniformed pattern out of the seeds that come out of that, and they don't necessarily nana up because normally it's an environmental thing. You left the plant too long, or you got a light leak, or you give it too much nitrogen. They're the things that are going to set you off from nanas. They're not from male balls at all.
Yeah.
Different. Sorry, I just thought.
No, that's
So
that's it.
Icy
You explained it perfect.
grew this strain that I'd really love to try a whole field of them here in Thailand as a big sea of green.
I'm trying to get Tao to grow that one next, Captain.
You see this one I'm
Tao.
showing right now? There's some nanas in this chunk right there. You see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that shit won't make no pollen. That shit ain't gonna make no pollen.
Yeah, that will, Tao. You could take that
Well, if you
nana.
take
You
it
could pull
out,
that
you
nana
can
off
work
there
it.
and hit that up to a. Nah, not necessarily. You can hit that up to another feminized plant, for instance.
Right. If you pull them out with the tweezers and like pinch them and shit.
Yeah, and just brush them on. You know, you can get a handful of feminized seeds.
I know the Northern Lights I had once had late nanas too. I don't know if I got pictures of it though.
I used about 10 years ago one of subcalls. That was the Dairy Queen. My brother grew that out, and that had late nanas on it, and that was a stinky, cheesy plant. So I just took the nanas off that, and I hit that up to a plant called Tutankhamun, and yeah, that was a one hit wonder. Everyone was sort of like raving about it. But yeah, I mean, so some of the stuff that's been about in the past has come from nanas, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where you're getting your single seeds in your buds and whatnot is from a bunch of nanas just appeared.
That's how Death Star was. The sour diesel popped late nanners on a plant. So it was a mistake.
There's
But
one that
those were some nice pictures, Tal. You have a nice little photo album. I like how you have them all labeled and everything.
That was my buddy. He was getting it from me. I would be like, take a picture for me. So he would. But yeah, like there's a late term nana that like you could, if I pulled that off, you could probably get some pollen out of it. But if you just leave it alone, it wouldn't drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that looks like a big nut rather than a banana. That looks a little bit different.
Yeah, that looked like a seed.
But yeah, no, it's a nana in there. Yeah.
Like fucking Cocoa Puff or whatever it is. No. Well, honey puffs, sugar puffs, yeah. Puff wheat.
So if anybody ships seeds to the United States and they think they know how to ship and everything, and they want to ship them from the United States to Thailand, and you use DHL, you do have to put in a form that states that the seeds are non-GMO. because we just ran into this little problem. Someone said that they've shipped all over the world and everything, and they've had no problems using DHL. And I said I would use this way, and they said we were going to use DHL. It cost them about twice as much money. And now I have to get a shipping agent to go down and try to clear my package of wildflower seeds because he didn't fill out the proper form for non-GMO seeds.
Captain, was it hundreds of seeds? How many seeds?
1,000.
All right.
And I think that Thailand has it right, not allowing GMO seeds into the country.
I could send you 100 for $3.50 pretty easily without doing any paperwork through the U.S. Postal Service.
Exactly. And, you know, I tried to explain this gentleman the way that I have used and have had no problems. And, you know, he told me that he's done this before. And, you know, it only took him 3 weeks to finally get the box out after he said he would ship it on Monday. We've all heard that before. But, you know, but this person says, I traveled the world. I've done this. So it was like, okay, you've done it. You're paying for the shipping. But now there's 1,000 seeds that I have to go pay some company to try to go get. And there's a good chance that I'm going to spend a couple $100 and not be able to get those seeds. But
Yeah,
you're
well,
right.
when I used to
the exact
import
way
stuff-
that you said is exactly the way you send stuff.
When I used to import stuff from China years ago, yeah, DHL was the major. And what'd you call them? The shipping agent? Yeah, they would always be
Yeah.
these things where these other people had to get involved to get you your shit, and you'd have to pay them. But yeah, that's like, I always felt like it was a hustle.
Yeah, it's going to cost me probably $200, and someone's going to get a little envelope, and the paperwork's going to get done. I'm hoping, but you know.
But when it comes to certain destinations, the only thing that serves some destinations as far as shipping for mail is a little different is DHL. Like they have a lock on like certain routes.
Well, DHL is actually Express in the United States. What is it? Oh shit. FedEx Express is DHL here. If you get a FedEx package shipped, you know, they will ship to Thailand, but DHL delivers it here. But yeah, I would stay away from like UPS, FedEx, DHL, all those, you know, and just use regular mail. You know, because seeds are no longer illegal. And that's all this guy had to do was fill out the form that they were non-GMO, and none of this would have happened. Through the mail, you put down wildflower seeds, and they go right through customs. But I guess also probably putting a bag of 1,000 seeds in a box and shipping it that way is a lot different than the way we do it too. You know, that's more commercial. I'm surprised that it stopped on that way for tax.
the way Eagle was going to the post office and mailing shit out, and the guy behind the counter is like, listen, man, we have these global stamps. You could just put it in an envelope and stick it in the mail instead of filling out the paperwork and making them do all the shit. So Eagle shared that with me, and I was just saying this on the other show. Since I started doing that, you get these global forever stamps, and I got a padded envelope that I could put in at least two of those centrifuge tubes, which I could get at least 50 seeds in each if I pack them all the way up. So that would be 100 a trip, 300 for $3.50, basically $3.30 even. And I mailed them like that out to Germany, Trinidad, Tobago, Australia, Germany, Ireland, freaking what else? And they all made it. Every single one of the international shipping ones made it. A couple here in the domestic didn't make it. But so like if I wanted to send you 1,000 seeds, I would send you freaking
3
10
little
of those.
envelopes.
Yeah, 10 of those, exactly. And it would still be probably cheaper, and it wouldn't get, hassled by anyone. But the thing is, it has to fit through the slot. First off, there's no tracking number. So that's the one downside. You get no tracking. But the other thing is it has to fit through the blue mailbox thin slot that they have now. If it fits through there with that stampage on it, it'll make it. Knock on wood. So far, I haven't had a loss. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. If any shipping, except unless I'm going to send like 1,000 seeds, then I just I pack it up different. And I get trading cards of some sort, which have like a metal. Most of them have that metal tinfoil package. And I just like put them in there, and then I say I'm shipping over trading cards, and those have always made it too, knock on wood. So those are the two ways that I go overseas.
Here's the Greek cigarettes that I buy here in Cambodia. They've got these in Canada and Europe too, where they're just a flat box like that. Now, that may be a little bit bigger than your, slot, but you can still put this in that same padded envelope and put your stamps on it and just hand it to the lady at the counter, and they'll accept it.
I muted myself, but yeah, you're right, because I did that the first time I tried it, because I have the mail lady that I know that. That's another thing. I hooked them both up. I got a male lady and a male dude that smoke, and the older dudes, he's a deadhead, and I give them, when I have shit, I give them a joint. Usually when I go in there, I give them a joint or a cookie, and they both love me for it. So the first time that I was doing that, she was like, "Let me see that," and she checked it, and she's like, "Oh, you need a little more postage on it." So yeah, I had to like give her another $1. But after that, I never went that route. I just kept sticking in the blue mailbox, and it worked. So, but and it was a little thicker, I think, too, that one time. So, but yeah, there's ways that you don't have to sweat it. Like, because I would sweat it filling out all that customs paperwork and shit. You have to write all the shit, and it was just a hassle.
This box here, I don't have a thing of seeds in front of me, but even the bigger tubes where you can fit 50 to 60 seeds in a tube, you can literally put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try again tomorrow. Probably a total of 16, 14 to 16 of those in one of these, where you can fit 50 to 60 seeds in a tube. You can literally put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's not me.
That's the path.
Hi, Eagle.
Yeah, that was Eagle. What's up, Eagle?
Maybe getting things straightened out, but that's a pretty bud. But yeah, that pack of seeds right there, you know, I could probably fit close to 700 to 1,000 seeds in one of those.
Right. Where the fuck did green fingers go?
Not
Popped
much. Just
out a
getting
little
back from the
bit to
gym.
get things straightened out, but that's a pretty bud. But yeah, that pack of seeds right there, you know, I could probably fit close. You get your iron pumping in tonight?
Right. Where the fuck did green fingers go?
That's the same thing I was wondering.
Eagle, man, you gotta turn off the YouTube and go into the Zoom audio.
Yeah, I did. That's where I just came from. I thought Green Fingers was holding it down while I went, but I guess he bailed.
Oh no, he was here up until just a few minutes ago.
Yeah. You scared him off, I think.
He'll pop back up.
Hopefully he does. So yeah, I've got 1,000 autoflower seeds sitting at customs right now that we're gonna have to go try to get out.
Well, Major
And-
probably pretty happy that they're stuck.
And
Tilbert.
in the afternoon, I'm going to be giving James another call. I did call him last week. Just to let you know, bud.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe
Friday,
if you talk to him,
here's
you
what-
can say, hey.
Here's the last time I talked to him. So I let him use my inside thing. I got him on the list for the Bob Weir 75th birthday shows in San Francisco. They were Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But when he got on the thing, only Saturday and Sunday. He didn't have tickets for Friday. So I was just watching the stream like halfway through the first set, and my phone rings, it's James. And I just remember him saying, like whispering to me, because he was at the box office, I'm high as fuck right now. I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, hey, they don't have tickets. My tickets aren't here. I'm like, dude, it's Friday. You only had tickets for Saturday and Sunday. He's like, no, I thought I had tickets for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Me and my wife were here. And he mentioned again, he was high as fuck. Like I could tell he was like high, mushrooms or whatever. I haven't talked to him since. Well, I did text, but and then yeah, I had called somebody in the show and we got him worked out and he got in. So
That's cool.
yeah, because it was sold out. 75th birthday at the Warfield Friday night.
Just showing up at the box office and getting in. Yeah, that's like a miracle, people.
Robbie took care of it. Liz took care of it. It's really what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, but it got
If
taken.
you talk to her, tell her I said hi.
Hey, she's coming here in a couple days.
Is she?
Yeah, we're going. Well, the tour's coming to LA, San Diego, and then she's gonna stay here the day off, and then she's going to Vegas. I'm not going to the Vegas show, but they are. Yeah, yeah. It's party up here at my place, starting next week. You're the only person online out of all the people I've met and know that's actually not only once, twice. We've partied.
Yeah, we have. I was your tour coordinator, your manager that one weekend.
Well, the first time was fun too. Like when,
Yeah, that was a hell of a time.
yeah.
Going out and seeing a dead show at some place I never seen, like the Hollywood Bowl. I'd never been there. I'd actually never been to see a show in San Diego either.
Yeah, no.
Never made it south.
Where? Oh yeah, we were at that. Yeah, at the Sleep Train Amphitheater. That's where. That thing has changed names like 4 or 5 times since they built it.
Yo, the Hollywood Bowl is the same Hollywood Bowl the Doors played at with their live concert.
Oh hell yeah!
That live.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Everyone, it's like a premier place. They're kind of picky, like what kind of shows they have there, because it's like acoustically perfect. Like that's the thing that makes it like.
Yeah, that was special.
It's built like the whole the way the thing is, I don't know, the bandstand or whatever, and the whole place was built so many years ago to be like acoustically perfect. Yeah.
Because not many venues last since 1969 to today, man.
Oh, it's so much fun there. The way the whole park, the whole area,
it's awesome.
Right there in Highland, you're blocked from like Hollywood Boulevard and that whole scene. And
I've never been there.
It's the most expensive ticket I ever paid. It was $240 for my ticket. But you don't sit in a hard plastic seat. You sit in one of those like golf lawn chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the fabric, and you've got people. You've got people coming and serving you your drinks. You don't have to get up and get your own drinks.
Every box is either 4 seats or 6 seats. Some of them are a little bigger, and so you're like have walls around you. So. Table, yeah, you have your own space, like definitely your own space. It's cool. Yeah, well, it's really set up for the symphony, and I've actually, it's been a lot of years, but I went there for whatever the LA Symphony did something, Mozart or something. That was when you really realized the acoustics of that facility or that venue when you hear a symphony play. Yeah.
But that was a bucket list of mine to go see a show, any type of show, even a symphony at the Hollywood Bowl.
Well, we were partying before the show. We were on that bus with Steve Parrish, and then what else did we do that night? I forget. We were in the Shakedown Street after the
bus with Steve. I wasn't there, brother. I was somewhere out in the parking lot and couldn't find you guys.
Wow.
Yo, did you guys ever go to a show at Red Rocks?
My first time in Red Rocks was 1982.
I was only there once, but that is one of the coolest venues I've ever been to. I gotta say, man, that place is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
The Gorge.
Another thing, Red Rocks is, well, I wouldn't say it's acoustically perfect because ultimately there's rebound or reverb off the back wall, back where really like acoustic venues outdoors, it's all about the air just moving freely, you know, no rebound.
There was a venue in Connecticut too. I don't know what the name of it is. I saw Rush there though, but it's like that too, kind of half indoor, half outdoor. And
is it called the Westfield Bowl? Westfield Bowl?
I don't remember.
That's kind of a new venue in Connecticut called Westfield.
Did you ever
Bowl.
go to a concert at Jones Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has bad. There's spots with really bad acoustics there.
Yeah, no, that's a shithole.
Yeah,
a lot of the venues.
The night that Jerry died.
Yeah, that's a historic place because this song came to Warren Haynes called Patchwork Quilt the night Jerry died, and it's kind of like if you listen to the words of it, it's pretty gnarly. But he says in it like, "Oh, I'm at Jones Beach" or something like, because that's where He said it came to him in the dressing room before the show in its entirety. Like it wasn't like, oh, a chorus or a melody. Nope, this whole long song. The night Jerry died came to him, called Patchwork Quilt. It's a good song.
Check it out.
One of my
It's a
favorites.
nice venue and all, but the sound, I forget who I saw there. We were off to the side just a little bit and it was shit. I was like, man, I was so disappointed. I hate when, like, yeah, when you can't, when you know the sound isn't good, it just sucks.
Well, there's a lot to that. Sound reinforcement and the amount of money they spend on the PA. Most tours, even big tours, aren't even in stereo. It's a mono, meaning what's on side A and side B of the stack is exactly the same thing. It's mono, and yeah,
it makes a world of difference.
Yeah, fidelity makes a world of difference. But
dude, I saw Van
Halen. I go to the Rolling Stones all the time. Biggest fucking show. They always charge the most. Their sound sucks, dude.
Dude, I don't think they're that great live. Everybody's saying how great they are live. I didn't see them live, but I've seen clips of them live.
I'll just say
like shit.
When you see an 80-year-old guy run for like 3 fucking hours and sing at the same time, and it's like a toothpick. He never stops. And like, it's not like you're in a small place. You're in a football field.
Right.
And he's running on these ramps that are 50 yards out. And the stage is whatever width of a stadium. And he's just constant. This Mick Jagger guy, dude.
It's
like,
just
holy
energy
shit.
more than it's energy, dude.
Yeah.
Did you ever see clips of Rush playing Brazil, dude? I was like, just the amount of energy produced by the crowd was just like, mind blowing.
I went, man. I think it was at the LA Coliseum Sports Arena. Me and my friend went to Rush, and we'd taken these Quaaludes when we got there. And we were in these seats, like at the back of the front section, the last row. And there was like 6 seats that were clamped together, zip tied or whatever, the row of seats. Me and my friend were so fucked up. And then I still remember the concert started and the other 4 people stood up and we tipped back. and the next thing you know, I remember like being so fucked up on the Quaalude that I couldn't even move. I was looking straight up at the ceiling of the place. And these security guys were like over me asking if I was all right. But I was paralyzed by the fucking Quaaludes. I couldn't move. And they propped up the seats and we like sat there for I think maybe a few songs in we finally could stand up. But we were fucked up on real Quaaludes. Royer 714, the real deal. Took 1 each. And I remember my arms being so numb I couldn't move them.
That's a hilarious story, dude.
At Rush. Yeah.
But dude, man, if you check out it's on YouTube somewhere, Rush live in Brazil. There's just so many fucking people there. Maybe it was YYZ, I forget what song, but I'm just like, man, if I was there, that would just be incredible.
A whole bunch of huge acts, like South America, only so many years ago, really started embracing having big concerts down there. And they have big concerts, and they are epic. Brazil, a couple other countries. Yeah, Stones go down there. That's the most epic fucking madness. I've seen footage where I've been in big crowds for my whole life. I can't stand crowds when they're that big. No.
Yeah. Actually,
that's out of control.
That was like that big, like Woodstock or anything. But I also remember seeing a U2 concert somewhere, and you could just you can feel the energy through the fucking iPad of like if you were live there, how much.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that energy was the music, but it was also the people and the sound. It's everything has to come together right. And well, I don't know if it's capable like our current condition of us as humanity.
You're right.
There's shows we go and no,
not the same.
Like it's not the same. A lot of it is laws. and rules and regulations and lawyers and people suing and all the things that over the years have developed into this thing where it's not even, it's
not
bullshit.
the same. Yep.
It's weird to me that there used to be more weed smoking in music at concerts when it was illegal than it is when it's legal. It's like, wait, it's legal now, and hardly more people will bitch that you're smoking weed in the legal weed than in the past where it was illegal. Which I thought that's even California. I've noticed that, and I've said that to my friends for years. Like, God, we used to come here a few years ago when weed was illegal, and it was like a total puff out at the show. Now it's like everyone's like uptight about it.
I forget
People
what concert
didn't want to be the narc. That's what it is. No one
Well, a
wants
lot
to
of
be
it
the
is
narc.
they have like video surveillance where they can spot smoke like so fucking easy from the video, and they radio to the security people. Oh, aisle 4 or whatever the fuck, and they boom. And then once they set that attendance, like they don't bust you. They just point out to you that there's a smoking section. And that's where you should smoke, whether it's weed, cigarette, or whatever.
Yeah,
And
I don't know
get
what
that.
concert I was
I get
at.
that. And sometimes I get the people that complain because, like, if you had a 9-to-5 job and drug tested,
No way, dude. That's what I was about to say.
and somebody in front of you is puffing out hard, you might be concerned that's going to blow a test and you could lose your fucking career. So I get. Well, I
was
just
at
saying,
a concert.
like,
Some lady in front of me. I lit up a joint, whatever. I'm smoking it. Some lady turns around, is like, "Could you please put that out?" I'm like, "No, this is a fucking rock and roll concert. Like, what the fuck?" I wasn't.
Exactly.
I didn't have none of that, dude.
But wait,
yeah,
like at rock and roll concerts, especially some cities worse than others. San Diego, one of the worst. People sit. And if people stand to dance in front of them, they will say, "Hey, could you sit down?" Because they're sitting down. And like a show where the fucking people are rocking out. And like, no, there's this weird crowd that like goes to shows to sit and expects everyone else to sit.
Yeah.
That's
I was having none of it. I told them, no, I ain't putting it out. I moved away from her, but I was like, I ain't putting it out. And then this one chick I was hanging out with, she was crazy, dude. We had tickets to Van Halen, and she was about to fucking get in a fight with a dude.
To tell you the truth, for Warren Haynes, Goose, and even Billy Strings, I like having a seat to sit. I think Billy Strings, because I dance a lot more at his shows. So every once in a while, I need to take a seat.
Yeah, sitting down shows, you don't tell them to sit down, right?
No.
Yeah.
Right. But no, people do. Trust me. It's like a new thing. People are just people. Yeah. Whatever it is.
But I saw a couple of shows at Radio City Music Hall. And when they said no smoking, they meant no smoking.
Well, I'll tell you, for maybe 5 years now, Bob Dylan, and it's a whole thing because it's the local security that have to enforce this. And he brings these bags that zip up and you get the thing to get it back at the end. If you pull your phone out while he's playing, within a minute, anywhere in the venue, they'll just take your phone away or tell you to leave. He announces at the beginning of the show. Prince, before he died, he would stop in the middle of a fucking thing and make like a thing saying, "Look, you're here for this. Can you he just didn't like the." And I've been in shows where sometimes you look and everybody is on their device and whatever. And I realize from an artist perspective how that must be like
insulting.
Yeah, but if
in
they're
a way,
videotaping the concert,
people are less. Yeah, but you're not like in the moment. You know what I mean? It's
that's
like,
so true. Yep.
And especially when it's the people in the front row, that's really all the artist sees is like maybe 5-10 rows of faces, right? And that's usually where the most videos going on. But I get some artists don't want to have that or suggest. Some just don't do anything about it. But ask you nicely, hey, you came to see me, you paid a lot of money, let's do this. Leave your phone in your pocket. Turn it off. Let's have fun for 3 hours. And I relate to that.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I thought was cool. So Billy Joel is doing the venue. He's doing Madison Square Garden once. I think it's once a month. I'm pretty sure it's once a month until he doesn't sell it out. He's committed to playing the concert every time until it doesn't sell out. And when he started it, you know, it was like everybody else. Rich people would get the front row seats. They'd come and they wouldn't even pay attention to him. So after a while, he's like, fuck that. The first like 3 rows or the first 5 or 10 or whatever, he didn't sell. And what he would do, he'd send his boys up into the bleeders and get the people that were really Billy Joel fans and bring them to the front row so that, you know, he would have people that were actually there to see him actually
That's
be
cool as
there.
fuck.
You know, yeah. So that's cool, even if you don't love Billy Joel.
Well, I mean, I
No,
could tell
that's
you
the
on
respect, though.
the Dead tour, the front row part, I'm not going to mention names, but they're like the groupies, right? There's a few John Mayer groupies, a few more Bob Ware groupies, and some of them are married, whatever, but they always doll themselves up, and that's who the band members want to look down and see, not a bunch of fucking freaks and shit. And they like give them special passes and entrance where they can always secure that front spot. Because I get it, if you're the artist, that's the energy field right there. Sometimes it can get weird.
What's up, Eagle?
Much, man. They want to fucking log back on till I was finished throwing down on that stir-fried rice.
Yeah, now you're going to the gym. You're eating a lot more, ain't you, kid?
Yeah, trying.
You got it, right?
Yeah, fucking yeah. You got to. Otherwise, you just go backwards, really. Or you just keep getting, you know, more and more fit, but gain no mass, really.
Right. You don't keep it.
But,
You don't
but
get
doesn't
it.
all that exertion make you hungry as fuck too?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken and rice.
I eat a lot of rice these days.
Rice and beans.
Yes, sir. A lot of fucking beans. It was funny. The other day, man, it was a little battle between me and the dogs, man. The fucking dogs actually fucking, man, gassed me out the other day. I was I had a fucking like a day and a half, 2 days of fucking bean burritos. And fucking, I got them bitches back. I literally had them behind me going, I'm like, yeah, you fuckers like it, huh? Yeah. Funny torture and putting it a little bit back on them, but yeah. Rice and beans too often.
Yeah, dude. And their noses are like super noses, right? Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Compared to ours.
Yeah, but for some reason, I think some dogs like the smell of fucking
Yeah,
ass.
I think you're right, man. A couple
Like, they
Dobermans I
go,
knew.
they smell every shit that they come across, and they're always sniffing their own
Sticking
ass.
their nose up someone's ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't about it. They were not.
They weren't about it.
By the way, Robert Greenfingers, you go away without saying goodbye. What's going on with you, kid?
He's gone again.
He fell out. Maybe his internet sucked or something. I hope.
That's weird. He's never had internet problems. I don't know. Something weird going on.
Maybe you don't love us anymore.
Huh? I was doing this on IG. Look. All right, you got.
You got a hole in your ear? Now put a hook in it. Let's see a bungee cord jump from that.
I don't know. That fucking rip right out.
Dude, I watched some video of the guy. You know, you have those body hooks. You know what I'm talking about? People hang from their like shoulders or whatever.
Yeah.
The guy had him through his butt cheeks and did a bungee cord jump, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
God, if the engineering was off at all, like that could
That's
be
what
like
I was thinking.
internally,
That's
the end of
crazy.
your like
Let me
that
see if I
would
can
just
find it.
Holy
First
shit.
thing I ever seen was fucking at High Times. It wasn't like he was kind of bungee jumping, but it wasn't like off something, but more of like a Johnny Jumper type thing. You know what I mean? Where rubber bands and his feet would touch the ground every so often. But he was suspended by his fucking nipples, fucking going up doing flips and shit. And I'm like, oh God, no. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Now this
That
sounds
shit's
like
crazy.
some Burning Man stuff.
No, that was a High
That's-
Times cup.
Wow. Because they do some crazy shit out of Burning Man. Like some of it,
Yep.
that's it's a certain amount of it's like shtick and vaudeville or entertainers, people that like, yeah, freaks. But yeah, you see some crazy shit. I watched some videos from this year, like compilation of this. It's the best years past. Like back once they
98.
started charging money to go there, like as an event. Then well, now it's fake. But when it was like organic and real, that was some epic shit out there, dude. I never went, but like I've seen a lot of footage. That's some crazy shit. The playa or whatever they call it.
I went in 98. And yeah, that was, I'm glad I can say that I actually went. That was
when it was real, for sure.
that was a wild time. I mean, real wild. I've been to a lot of festivals, but I've never been to one quite like that. And that was epic, burning the big stick figure at the end. That was like really powerful, really a lot of energy.
Well, like it's very ironic that the initial core thing of it was don't even bring money. It's straight barter. There's nothing for sale here. It was a certain vibe that was Burning Man. All the way that I heard this year, the tickets like the lowest price was like $1,000 to 2,500. Basically, just to be led into the desert where
The burn.
half the time, yeah, they had to they had like 2 of the days they had to like shut everything down. And everyone had to, run for cover because there was dust storms for 2 days. Like where, yeah, it's not a place to. It's nothing fun out there. It's like
No.
survival, the desert, hardcore. But now it's an event, like, yeah, that's kind of weird. Because I remember when it started. If you know the Bay Area at all, when you go, if you're coming like from Berkeley down into Oakland on the, I guess the 80 or whatever freeway, where you could cut under the Bay Bridge, there's these marshes. And way back in the early 80s, the initial group there's the people that started Burning Man would build these like bizarre things out in the marsh where you'd see them and you'd be like, who the fuck crawled out there? And why would they it's like this marsh. But they would put them up and they would last pretty long time until the weather at the marsh but then they would put a new one up every year. And then the city confronted them, and that's when they decided, oh, we found this place in the desert. We're going to go out there and do it. That's the beginnings of Burning Man. But it all started for years on the side of the freeway in the Bay Area. And I remember some of the weird shit. You'd be like, what the fuck is that? Like, because they were always like building things, I guess, artistic craziness, psychedelic a little bit. To me, it seems like people are pretending to be in Mad Max is what it looks like. When I watch the videos, I'm like, oh, these people are role playing. They're just in a Mad Max for a week, right? They're out in the desert romping around in costume like if they're in Mad Max.
Dude, there looks like there's some hotties there, definitely too, with scantily dressed.
Yeah, there's I'll
and
warn
the
you,
fur
stay away from
creatures.
Burning Man chicks. That's a whole other fucking
That's
creature,
a whole other
dude.
level of stuck up, right? I bet.
Not stuck up. These are some rad fucking people, dude.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
core Burning Man people that believe in the core. Yeah. And that's who a lot of those chicks are.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not
I
planning
had
on
a
going anytime soon.
They're like
What's up,
Mad
Neil?
Max people.
wonderful
They're
time.
Yeah.
Opening up tents and
We have
yeah,
a similar.
sex everywhere.
We have a similar crew over here in Europe that do very similar stuff. They're called Mutide Waste Company. So they actually do the whole Mad Max thing. They've been driving around London in the 80s in buses cut out into skulls and representing body parts, and you know, they just would chop a vehicle up and just drive around or drive around.
Well, some of the crews, it's sort of like the tradition is in humanity. Like you can point to Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is what they call crews, and some of these are like passed on generation. Burning Man's
Happy
the same
420.
thing. There's these certain crews, and Burning Man ended less than a month ago, and those people, wherever they're doing it, are building next year's spectacular piece of art, whether it's a vehicle or some kind of whatever, and will all the spare time the people in that crew have all year will go into that, and figuring out how to pack that thing on a vehicle to get it out there and get it set up and minimal electricity and all this other shit. And actually the most spectacular thing, and it's not, they had it in the Olympics first, but shit, the one this year out in Burning Man, first you don't know until you read and you say, oh, those are drones. But yeah, these people can do these things up in the sky with like LED lighted drones where whatever imagery, yeah, you can't
If
even
you were
imagine. Your
tripping-
imagination is all mixed up in
wild.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
holy shit, it fucking morphs into all these things, and
Very
it's all
trippy.
like thousands of drones, all programmed perfectly to do that.
Cheers,
That's pretty
Mayor
trippy.
Flower.
Good
How are
morning.
you today?
I'm good now. Can't complain. Lovely fresh morning over here. It's not raining.
Yeah.
Another day cleaning the grow room.
I think we're all enjoying a little bit of no rain, especially here in Thailand too.
Yeah, it's been fairly intense the last week. Purpose of the morning anyways, I'm finally getting to roll one. About an hour late.
It'll be even better in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say even less. My world had changed. Yeah, I think it's great the way the festival scene has gone. Yeah, like I was part of all the pre-festival scene up until early 2000s, until I got served with loads of things that I wasn't allowed to enter certain areas of the country because of putting on all-night parties. So,
Yo, Mila,
yeah.
we had Woodstock like 1999 or something, where they fucking burned the place down. Basically, I didn't realize. I didn't realize there was a station that I had a cable. It's called Palladia, and they just did live music all the time, and they showed the Glastonbury festivals, and I was like, why can't America be like this? Everyone is having a fucking awesome fucking time. There was no I didn't see any problems in this in the crowd. Meanwhile,
there has been the 87 or 88 in the UK. They wrecked Glastonbury.
Okay, I feel better.
Yeah, there's a whole episode of that. They burnt down. It went complete to anarchy. The festival went on.
Member.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Might be.
But it's a thing where our crowd, if you give them an inch, they take a mile. That's usually what's happened over the years. A lot of these festivals and events start off great for a few years, and then, people have this tendency to take it too far, and then next thing you know, we can't have them anymore.
Well, what I understood what happened at Woodstock was they said you can't bring in any water or anything. And then when you got in, it was $10 a bottle. They were like, fuck you guys.
That was 98.
Glastonbury before what me Alflo was saying, there was no police on the site and it was just run by the organisers. After that point, there was a police presence on the site all the time and just lots of arrests and just causing conflict. Plus, whilst we were there, we got robbed by loads of these Mike Tyson looking blokes. But we would just stand. That was at a point where we could just stand there on the corner of a field, just shouting hash for cash. You know.
But how many people were there? Like 80,
maybe 100,000.
100,000.
100,000, 150,000. There was the numbers were huge.
Yep. And
like
they still do it.
Left from like it wasn't just like it was a UK, it was a European like it was a festival that people traveled miles to go to. Yeah.
They still have it?
You know the way you have all the live-in vehicle, like we have a whole culture of living in buses and trucks and we all live on the road.
RVs.
So
still
but
have
before
it.
the RVs, this is like cutting out a bus and double deckers, you know.
Yeah, like the Dead shows had.
Yeah, like it was everything like that. It was just like a massive carnival. Like, and you can look it up. Like Thatcher in the 80s tried to abolish, the freedom of travelers. Even to this day, like it's a serious thing on trying to stop that whole scene. Yeah, because it got out of hand and people, if a festival went on like for a weekend, it could end up going on for 2 weeks. You know, every day, non-stop. That, like, And then it got down to the sanitary. Like people would give out about the sanitary situations. If you have 100,000 people shitting in fields, you have a serious problem as well. So.
Look back at in the 80s on Dead Tour, cities like Ventura would put in the contract that they were fine with shows as long as it was at the beginning of the tour. Because in 1 year in '84, that the tour ended in Ventura, and whatever city the tour ended in would end up with like 1,000 maybe heads that just the tour ended, so that's where they were, and it would overburden the city, or like that wasn't part of the deal, like hundreds of kids that have nowhere to go, right? And so cities would be like fine with being in the middle or the beginning of the tour, but no one wanted to be the last show of the tour.
Great kids there.
All right, well, I'm fading out fast, man. I'm going to drop out. Buddy Kilowatt, me old Flower, Iceni, Captain, Robert Greenfingers, wherever you are. Cheers. Chat, everyone in chat.
Robert. I thought he was blank.
An Eagle, it's always fucking awesome fucking talking shit with Eagle. Even though I wasn't there at the workout with you doing reps, but
anytime, Tom.
All right, peace out, boys.
Have a good one, Tal.
You guys too. Enjoy that, me all. Enjoy that.
Catch you later, Tal. I'm going to jump back behind Tal too. Yeah, good to see you this morning, Eagle.
Thank you. It's nice to see you. I'm glad. I'm sorry I missed you, brother.
Yeah, you're all right.
Have a good one.
The worm conversation hooked me and made me jump on. I was like, oh, we're talking about worms. I've got to come on.
And you really explained the late nanner thing in a very simple way. I appreciated that.
That's all right. Yeah.
See what I missed.
It's cool. Happy to
have a good morning.
Part with my knowledge. But I'm going to jump off. My dogs are asking to go out and It's early in the morning. I ain't been to bed.
Right on. Well, you have a wonderful day, and thanks again for popping in.
You're welcome. And I'll
Peace.
see you all later. Later's Captain, Buddy, Eagle, Robert, and Tal's gone, and Chat. Good to see you all, especially
Yeah.
martial artists, as usual. Little inside joke, but yeah. I'll catch you later.
Later, brother.
I guess I'll be the next one. Thanks again for another wonderful afternoon, Eagle. Good seeing everybody out there in chat before I popped on. Mia Flower, always a pleasure to see you, sir. And along with Bud Kilowatt there. Hey, buddy, I'll give you a call here in a couple minutes if you're up for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll answer.
And Robert, wherever you're at, brother, take care. And we'll catch y'all on the next go around. Peace.
Have a good one. Be safe out
And
there.
Have a great day.
I'll take off next. Have a good rest of the week, everyone. It was great combo tonight, and see you soon.
You have a good
Have a
day
good one,
too.
buddy. Later.
Yeah.
So it's me and you. Okay. Adios. I'm not going to hold you anymore. Love you too, brother. And
You too.
happy morning or happy night chat, whatever it is. Or yeah, let's have a good one.
You didn't even make it through that. Enjoy it.
No, I didn't even get down anywhere near. Look, I'm fucking loads. You're leaving me here stranded.
Big oil line. Look, show that again. I can see the shiny fucking ring around it from when you pulled it back. It looked like a ring on that bitch.
It's a fucking ringer dinger. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see that oil line.
Thanks to Jinx Proof. Thank you, Jinx.
Right on.
Thank you, Subby. Thank you. You know, we're still doing it. We still fucking weed nerds.
You know,
Forever.
you want to see something cool that I found today?
Yeah, I always want to see something cool.
Huh? Let's see something. We were talking yesterday about some memorabilia that I have and I hold near and dear. This is a piece I gladly support still. That was given to me by my friend. See, this is
The weed nerd.
but you see this. This is where is it? Right there. There we go. Gosh, that's the TGA. This is all the way back in the TGA days.
Happy, and that's, you know, I'd be putting them inside a little, yeah, and a display cabinet.
I still got all my dank BDs and all that too. I have a lot of the stuff that was given to me direct, man. That's why I get a little bit snappy when it comes up. Anybody I may have offended yesterday when I went over that kind of subject, it's just because that, it is, he was a really good friend of mine. And when he passed, it was tough. It was really tough. I don't know.
He was in a few people's minds yesterday. Jinx Proof posted pictures of him yesterday. That he was missing them, you know. He was his biggest influence, which, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
He was to a lot of us, you know. So that's it. On a happy note, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big love. Thank you, cannabis.
Have a great day, brother.
And you, brother. Peace out, chat.
Well, I do believe I am gonna run through these shout outs tonight. Need to throw Grow Tech on there. And among a lot of names, there's a lot of people that need to be added to this list. 100%. I have been slacking. I think ZX6 is one of those people. Everybody else, I believe, in this chat. If you're not on this list and you're in chat, call my ass out on that shit. Say, Eagle, I deserve to be on that fucking list. Because sometimes I'm slacking, sometimes I don't see you, and sometimes I just wonder. Be honest with y'all. So, with that being said, let me find some music and get this damn sound card fired up. There we go. So I can fucking get through these shout outs, guys. Get some music. Better way. I think I'm gonna go with the fucking heavy metal tonight. Yep. You get these shout outs in order. Been a while since I had how fast I can make it Let's turn up my mic for one so you guys can hear me for these fucking shout outs and hear this music. What took pride buttons off my lip. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Sub cool. I definitely miss your ass. Peace out today, my mouth 710, Scared Girl 420, Christine MG 89, Unplugged 705, Medical, my fellow Cuddy Brick T, The Rebel, the 9G207, Fabian Salinas, Dave's not here, Tom Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo, Dope. Can't wait to catch you in Michigan again. T-Dog, Dung Beetle, Red Eye Jedi, Grows, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duckweed, Run Boy 726, Justin Gooder, Same Man, Open Grower 75, Four Trouble, Michael Walls, Mo Vision 420, Hoojo, Pat Teddy Tackles, Rick S, In the Bushes 207, Gene Simmons, Kevin Hahn, World's Last Folk, Pats Fan 425, Winter Duro, Dude, Kenny Shiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dad Bob, Dad Goblin, Dr. Buzz, Let Your Ass Tone, Sub 10, Canuck, Candy Queen, Genetics, Tabby, Tanazi, Tumor, Dirtman, Dan, Keith the Black Sales, Mr. Bozilla, Sim Premium Gardens, Ross Bob, Small Tubes, Small or Soul Roots, Tyler, Frosty Buds, Norm, Michigan, Micro, Ouija Buds, Stub T, Groy, Big Jar Grows, JC Modern Genetics, SoCal Weed Nerd. Hopefully you're doing well. John, last PPG 15, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfect, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Production, Stain Grower, DOA Grow Meds, Miss Nudie Grows, I Grew Some, Johnny Fantasy, Nutrient Shootout, Snotty, Nikki Zoe, and Slammer, and So Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Loop, Low 420 High Spy, Aldrich 25, Miss Manapee, Stu, Moon Mo Grower, Candy Crate, Loki Goes, Seth, this guy, Burton 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Alter, Espresso Nerds, Cali Connections, Wolverine Grown, Jimmy One for Life, D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Late Wayback Farmer, Amber Delon, Psychedelic Warlock, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Day 420, Brent Window, G3, The Green Click, JK Triple G, Mr. Sprinkler, Brittany, Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, BG Crazy for you, BG, WG 420, Dr. Boatwell, Fruitbone, Anthro sends me Anthro just space 420 Beast Coast will Sir how hopefully you're well, my friend. Very Malone, keep it real. Haggerton 420 Sub Zeppelin audit everywhere. BTW Rose, Finger Stream Puffing Man, Alex Boy, Jeff Chef like School Crop. Because I love it. Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Real 100, 212, Andy Man, Brand Family Farmers, Page Farmers, Meow Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, New Silver Wins, King Mike, Dreamer 77 Double D. Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 684, Spaniard, Kruger Jones of the Grow, Papa D Grows, Brass Amy, Cass, the girl from her podcast, Lily Luna, Green Med, Black Jeremiah, Miranda, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, Giant Mike, Prometheus, Phil, Jason Knights on P. Win, David Kobe, Mason, 662, Scroggy Mix, Scroggington, the Goddess Gross, Kelly Burrows, Chad Brad, Family Farms, Paul BB Org, Kevin Joe, J. Mike Honcho, J. Huggett, UDA, Green Tree Hustler, Kush Cloud, Joshua Steens, and Organic Home Buds, Warren Wilson, Cam Wood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Sarge Us, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, 311, Mix Up. Kinder Grows, Evergreen Hayes, G Friends, Tree, MMJ, Save Bob, Dragonfly Beat, Justice Smith, Travis Walls, Lucky Mike, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Tiger Plus, Cool Seed, Jamie Gas, Go Fast for Life, John Smith, Time Track with Cold King Raz, Pop Little, Oscar Green, Junior Matt, Silbert, Indoor 11, Stephanie B, Circle 989, Bob Brown, Sovereign Garden, Solar Nation 420, Joe Y, Bugs 1313, Roar, Painted Lady, Frank Boo, J, Matt, SL, Roll, Spiky Fowler, J Myers, to Mid, the Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bag C, Dr. GGC, Jeff, Shredder 911, Dutch Grove, Skibble 1, Medgrove 1, Empire, Breeding Cove for Goalie, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, P Bear 7, Holly Noble, CK, Town Trinidad, Looney Jessel, Smoking with Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy Rafter, Rob Ryan, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Door, Michigan Board, Double Tap Farms, Mr. Green, Thumb, 420, 808, Rudy, and Prospects, Canada Bus Rider, Hayden Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grove, T-Pen, TM 420, 69, Root Nuts, 69, 619, that is. Dr. Scrambles, PB, Moonrocks, GHF, Double J, Bob Green, Self Grower, Hank State for 20, OG, KP, Ganjanana, Yo Mama, Road, Georgia, Joe, Roy Rodriguez, Speed Growing, Nature Press Nugs, Killer Beat Rose, John, Georgia Wizard, or Ganja Wizard, there we go, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Deck, you, Soy for Life 420, Bully for Life, the Jeffro 42069, Beaver 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, Goddamn, my Big Ted's Tests. The Riffin Bad Boy, Jack Greenstock, 420, 420, Boone's Farm, Solid Farm, 420, Aldridge, 25, Smiley's Garden, 18, Smith, D's Nugs, Smoking Girl, Frazier, Grokoski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm, 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farm, the Fall, 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagseat, Jill Carter, Mystic Mark, Mystic Grower, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Gross A, Rick Wolf, DLR, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pep, 420, Cannon Trooper, Blind Cap 420, Let Up Again, Tim, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical, MJ, Budswell, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Tara Wilson, Dank Man 420, Dank Man Dan, Red Setter Farms, Good Life, Tony Bell, Chicha B, Most Hated Grower, the Major General 420, Army, the American one, WD 714, Sharates, Kinios, and Max Mountain Skies, ready to hit that hot fire, Chris Martin. Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Peppa Pig, Cam Ridge, Hatch Dozer Moon, LPT Grower, Chief Medical, Jared Blair, +1 Mushroom, Secret City Pioneers, Milo 10, 2042, Spacewalker, Christian, 3 Month, T Barrington, Hartsel, Homegrown, White BT Dwayne, he's host Will, Hayden Day, Galactic Gardens, Town Smith, Elliptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Roscoe, Paul, Lemon, Home, Go Trench, Reed, Houston Life, 20, Grant, Manu, Mary Bound, Sammy Sizzle, 9-inch, Colas, Chris Mood, DK Trades, Vision Creator, the Kind Brew, Cannon Nation, Jay Wire, Dan the Indoor Man, Gromies, Homies, Hamilton, Grown, Clip, Smoke, Keystone, Canaflag, PA, Big Hats, have 10, Eugene Greenleaf, Ace Drew, Hustle, Fred Darn, Carlos, North Arizona, Beard Grove, 420, No Solid, Jesse White, Gastain, Yeti, Introvert, Genetics, also Jay Vixen, Robbins, Killer 8, Mo, James Buttercream, Cheetah from NorCal, the Farm CC Bank, or Seed Network, that is Deadhead, Smokey 616, Curtis Mayhem, Matt Meyer, and Morte, Rick Neyman, Stephanie Dora, and Tennessee, Red Gears, Dave, Mike Rubles, Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Moo, Popco 719, Make We Shake, Baby Old Smoke, PW, Seed Grow Buds, Laura Wash, Mr. Weed Blunt, Old School Grower, Chad West, Float, Honto Grown, Flora Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Fugent Sound Seeds, Glass, Grower, Richard T, Crispy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, Boom Spectrum, Gone God, Laurie, it's real. 2,000 years of tradition. Mr. D. Connolly, Pim Jam McBody, Face, Show Me Scats for Show Me Sasquatch, Fuck Google and you, I'm going well. Canadian Restore, Park Grove Farm, Carl Wright, Zeffner, Homo Farms, Henry Farm, Seldom Seen, Oak Park Gardens, Hell 9782, Skunk Packs, Martial Artist 2012, Michael Slade, Peffer, Danny McDizzle, Medical Big KGB, Robert Mr. Green Fingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Branch Coast Plenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Shepard, Bobby Glenn, Mead, Stretch Digger, Mr. Mac, Tony Lake, Belong, Bill S. Weed, Please, Taylor Delicious, Minty, Country Roots, here on Fire, Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Break, 420, 1 Buzz and Hazard, Mr. Club 14, Peter B. Man, Fire, Snell Up North, Max Groom, and Ruby. Timothy McCummins, Neil, Justin Beans, Frank 88, Bat Valley Real, Jennifer Steele, Kinvas 03, Turk Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Gator Country, Miss Speed, Wolstein, Fire Saw, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Bob Rasta Bob, White Feather Grows. Where you been, brother? Hopefully you're well. Burning Shrooms, Tone Grows, Dan, K-Man Grows, BX Gun 81, Smith Dude, New Grows, Sean McCann, J Monks, Think Agenda, Walla Walla Can Grow, Fall Dog, Huron, Kansas, Consolist, Paris Rock Fam, Justice Mick 420, Ben Fresh Grove, Thriving Herb, High Boy, Young Grows, We Be Growing Australian Grove, Love for the Plant, Argo American, Spot Poker, Unfrozen, Caveman, Hawaii's Highest, Surfcraft, Michael Goon, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius Grows, Dank Brownies, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Forging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle, Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green, 514 million, Jensen's episode will be tomorrow. Oh, Zendica, Dr. MJ Coco. That's in the replay. That is Brandon Russ, Matthew Gates, Steve Spag, Sean Star, Shotgun Willie, Dank, Yoda, Jay Simmons, True Bro, Rose, Blackman, Scoop, DJ Conley, Aaron the Grower, Light 1978, Michigan Grown Bud, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Jet, the 9, Jay McDaniels, Black Miss 420, Stinky Cola, still inside for PFC Farms. Husky Garden, Sungrown 707, J8, Drove, J420, Cascadian Grows, Tito's McGee, Four Plants, 8, Weedworks, Captain Scrawl, Funky Bones, Hobbs Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, Augusta Tempe, N.E.N., P. Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose 11, Smiles 11, Bindu Bugs, Michael Rasa, plenty. So I'm not a big fan of Texas Hippie Coalition or THC, but this is it. Richard Forbes, David Pimenta, P4, P-Funk, Nick T, Jam Reach, What About Bob, Prince Pandy, Daniel Bergman, Green Puffin Man, B, Dungy Lee, James Sean, Sarge Rose, A18, John Wayne, Carolina Root, Sister Golden Hair, Dana L, Dank Bruno, King F Gardens, Blank 1032's one, Only Pete Farmer, James Crypto, Bill, Richard Lamb, HIP, Grove, Matt Javine, Dan Marino, Frank Warner, Sunrise Ghosts. Top floor tonight, Small Vision 420 can 2 cannabis. My dog, Nelly, Rooster Farms, Alex Hardy, Hardy Care, Many Cropper, Daniel Rose Boner, Mint Growth Men, Sunrise Goes, Alexi, Brittany, Coo. Of course, my little man Chase. I love you guys more than anything. No Limit 916, Robert Toad, Alchemist, Cannon, Soul Born Addiction, Roswell, LSD, Dirty Old Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Sarkos 818, Blaze Daily, Pride, Viper, Perpetual, Eagle, Proud Warrior, Sales Smiles for You, Frank Posada, Dank Duchess, Kino, Kelly, Maxwell, Captain 420, Frank, Sada, Stink Fat, What About Bob, Ill Justice 420, Pop Shroom, John Gorski, Jen Doe, Dungeon Gangster 4, THC 4, PTSD, Todd, what's up? T-Bergen, Hotshot Grown, Swamp Cat, Valero, Canabinka, Busta, Vitas, John Doe, Mr. Manny D, Canna Ferrari, 420, AB, Normal, Frank Guerrero, Fair Free, J, Brent, 74, CK, Brown Guy, 420, Kim Durham, 420, Burning Tree, Maine, EA, Gray Sun Grown, 207, Hydro Daily, Hemp with JG, TG, sorry, bro. Jamie Ream, Supreme Grape, Sony Rockefeller. It's nice to see you in chat earlier today. Bruce City, Sin, Hawaii, Sustainable, Midnight Roots, Dead, Cynics, Knuckles, Michael P, Polly B, Quick, Be Nimble, Buddy, Kilowatts, Michael D, 4889, the Spanish Brothers, Marcelian, Matt Joseph, Grace Medicine, RX, Ethan Chief, Hydro Daily, Concerned American Canvas 411, Freedom of Speech, Dr. Joyce was D's, Trees, Ganja, Duco 710, it was Oil Upside Down, Jesse Stevenson, Badori, Badooch, What About Bob, Sacred Gardens, Puff Rose, Slick Rick, 8 pounds, David St. Louis, a new watch, Gossane Yeti, Ed Bryn, I'm grown, open number, off grid terms, Christopher, Big Board 54, Laugh, Brother, Matthew, SoCal, Suit Illinois Man Beaters, James Proof, Genetics, Dark Horse Genetics, Stoner Dude, Joel from Jen, from Northside Genetics, Caroline, Miss Cry PTA, B13, Proof Beyond Perfection, XX Elite GP, or X, let's try this again. XX Elite GP XX Stoner Crispy Tree Fishing Goers Paradise LAD Grown. I seen he was here tonight. I decoy bacon. Mrs. Scotto Fresh Bacon JL Big Bob Groves. Dolly Canna Australian Golds Yucca 420 Garden Daniel Phil Mr. Nowhere Man selling Sally silly fucking seashells. Wild Bobby, Sean Pins, Rescue Ready, Roadside, LLC, Victoria Snugs, Magma Seeds, Father and Son, Trimming the Coil, Stub T Dink, Jose Ramirez, Dog on the Buck, 420 bucks, Tiba Man, GR 420 Communities, much respect still for what you guys are doing over there. Luis Garcia, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Captive Out, Chatter Bob, 13. Cheers to you for Maine 420 Mountain Grower. Cookies Coop. Jake Kendricks in for the grill. Backwoods, all good. Sally Mansell, Adam Sinkett, Chanel Simpson, One Smoke Away, Gons Roads, Kazoo, Aaron Burnett Rooms, Mr. Lincoln, Stinking Angel Studios, MG 420, Grow Time, Paul Diella, John Fleming, Dankovich, Fibroflower, Pauly P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunman, Chiba Sunny, Jeff Paul, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candace Forest Farmer. Okay. Fuck all that be the Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes Northern 4466, Jason Grayson, Stoner Baker MD, Stony Creek, Rossani, French Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man, Herm Hash, Freebird, Mortal Grower, Matty Guy, Simple Man, Survive One Time, Tim Blake, Golf Coast Cry, Seat Pats, Caballero, Polero, Harley Grower, Jen Doe, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property and Maintenance on the Island. Hayes, Scoop Steve Speaks, J. Irene, Randy Case, Steve Collins, TCDR, Claire Killing, Wardrobe, Firing, Randy Gandhi, Fifth 1000, Ace Boot 3223, Wake Up Captain, Bring to Me, Puffer Smiles, 15 digit, Michigan Ganja Mooch, Hash, Fred G, Super Bomb, Broski 808, Weekend at Bernie's. Now you know that fucking secret. K-Bag, Justice Station, Strong Seller, Organic, Zippy, Imanic, Honesty, K-Hell, Me All Flower, Pet Food, Todd Kendricks, Newton, K&T, Chris D, 2C, Truth Serum, Proton Food, Natty Dread, Bobby Matthews, Ancient Soul Grown, Kevin's Jizzard, Canada Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Clad, Low Cut, Average Journaling, Mo Manic, Men, Red, Benchy, Helen, Hughes, Janus, James C, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, L2 Gardens, High Flower, 420, Lobster Brush World, Mother Tree, Maine, Red Pill, Yo Boy, Roy Boy, Stack, Shannon, went through Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill, Cannabis Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man, Oil and Flower Podcast, The Enterprise Pack, Warren Dixon, Peak Lady Luck, Elmano 420, surrounded by Keith Prairie Farms, Fringe Dweller, Single Father's Happiness Without Guilt. Luck E, Claudia Goslin, Multi World, Greenville LCT, Benny Van Naval, Miss Marker, Christopher 5, Sentimental, Green Goddess, Alberta Cannabis Grower, Earth Creeper, Dawn Hazelhurst, Matt Ness, John Gold, Coonward, Robert Rittenhouse, Pedro and Disney, Joey Berger, Mr. Bill, Maui, Mikey from Maui Gold Genetics, Mishy Dankster, Dragonfly, Earth Medicine, I can't wait to meet you in Michigan. Thunder Dan, San Luis, Super Bob, Dutch, Groves, 420, Tough Impact, Mr. Tree, Green Gypsy, 1, DOS, 247, Dirty Rotten, Episode 69, Seti Gaines, Ginger Bug, Sovereign A, Paco, Smart Pro, B, Ridley, Val F, Tough Impact, Great People Doing Stuff, Wait Pie, Multiple Division, Patio, Bears Growing It, Home Invaders Getting Home, Motherfucking Pity, Blue Kiss Gardens, Crack Babies, DWC, Shorty for Life, Token Private, Brittany, Nicole, Sacred Gardens, Rock Sufa, Joy, One Love, No BS, Penny Pebble Rippers, Frank, Rowdy 420, Chef J, Reese, Dog Days Garden, Corrine, Big Force 54, 420, Green Goddess. I'm still deepest sympathies. I hope you get over your loss very quickly. Luke Sell, Pearly Baker, Christ, Tychrome, Jungle, Diggity Dank, the Hell, the Beastly, Lord Campus, 122, Grow Boss, Jim Plummer, NB Closet Grower, Blinded by the Lights, Weed Fairy, in the Grow Dome, Miss Fishy, Stock Palace, Mr. Toad, Uncle Rick, Mr. 12 and 12, Cat Seed, Fire Fairy, Mark Leafly Hill, Handicap PK, Urban Reno, Red Dragon Brothers, Journey of a Grower, Dad Hunter, JT, GML, Leafly Wiggly, the Cannon Man, the High and Type 20 PG, the Humble Local 2.0, Nicotine J, K Good Farms, Zachary G, Sayer Wolf, PU, Eddie Alvarez, Turk Wizard, Paisley Acres, S.103, Drusilla, MK Alto, Chilbert, UK, Brandon Harris, 710, Count Tour, Prino Fisherman, Hemp Knights, Cottonmouth Roll, Icy Cold, Sterling Moss, DK, Driving Miss Hazy, Herb Conscious, Woody J, Woo Roy, Dugan, Marijuana King, Gonza Ninja, Hold, what you got? Justin Gudici, Bleak Blazer, 80, Ryan Kowalski will be here Friday, Marcus Green Hill, or Marcus Green Thumb. I'm sorry, Marcus. The list is seriously getting like fairly
got a lot of
sorry.
sharks out there.
420 Ben, ain't no but weed Monster Grow, the quiet one who be growing doobies. Mike Steve 562 Ganja, James Chrysler, Green Ghost and Egg Zenzo, B Benson, Astro Charlie, Sativa Smart, 4GTCA, Bush Doctor, Dirty Hope Cards, DK, James Weaver, Grow Holmes, Corey Gagnon, Green Hill Farms, Hillbilly Herms, Tasty Worm Curves, Skunky Brewster, YBF, Larry OG, Abolish Farms, Sparkman, Roan, and Johnny Rico, 710, Mr. King. Wildflower, seldom seen gambler, Todd O'Connor, EP710, Caribou TV, Virginia Herbs, Red Primo, Equilibrium, Trophy Truck, Skyway, Kevin O'Donnell, School of Crops, Stupid Trucker, eBay, Fun Tender, The Glass Girl, 420, Ted Nugs, Matt Green, Grade 77, Ted Nugs, Skunk Cake, Glasswork, Beast Mode 347, Mike Atomic Skier, JMA182, Jessica Houdini, Webcam, Dan, Sony Bay Fed, Jake Food, Fifth 1000, Dan, Sony Sunshine Farm, Daydream, Brad, Sarah Mountain, Reed, Scotty Nowhere, Justice Nick, Sure, Red Bear Farm, Two Dogs, Steve, Butt Plug, Bungaloo, Fire Station, 420, Cold Mountain, Banana Farmer, Danny, Spoot, Bang, Michael Fang was here tonight. Green Gate, or Great Green Original or designers. So great. The Coffee Pot, Seymour Cuts, Biosynthetic, Cousin Nikolai. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you. Jack Faber, Alex 662, Texas Meat Hopper, Dank Herbs, Dankabus Time, Joe P, the Space Coyote 82 Pac Man, Biggie Long Time, South Page of the next Gus Master, Let's Be Buds, Butts Are Funny, Noah 427, 10 Dabber, man. I still gotta get to that shit. Mr. Magoo, Danny, Jack Beanstalk, Detroit Crude, Angel Sativa, Christoph, Bulldog, Grow Tech, Michigan, CX6, and last but not least,
next year. I know that
it is 207.
side.
Oh, fucking
spin off.
glad for you all and then some. All the people that put some time into helping to get some guests, all the people that come on, all the people that watch the replays, all the people that fucking ever believed in me when I started. Thank you all. I'm grateful for every fucking bit of this. That is no joke. That being said, this is the end of your day, your journey. Please get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, your journey, please take some time out for some self-love, meditation, along the lines of what I am hoping is a very, very prosperous Thursday for you and me both. Please take time out to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. And with that being said, I am out of here, guys. I will see you tonight at 11:30. EP710. DP. 11:30 tonight. See you guys. Have a good one.